Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. And tonight, like I said, we a little bit behind schedule, so definitely apologize. Salute to everybody that's rocking with us. But we got a lot of things to discuss, man. There's been so many contracts, that has been signed that we must get into. So many ramifications next season. 3 guys, who was drafted, alongside of each other. It's going to be interesting to see the maturation process. We already do, have seen it. And this looks pretty good. It's resorted to these guys signing big-time contracts, skyrocketed money. I mean, money through the roof. I mean, you don't know what hit them, seriously. But the real key question is who will have the better season out of the trio? I think that's something smart to really analyze here, because I think they all will be competing with each other in some form or fashion. Everybody wants to outdo one another. Nobody wants to get the, short end of the stick out of these 3, as I can see. Or both 3 guys are vowing, to come out like gangbusters, when the season starts. Obviously, you already hear what's going on with Anthony Edwards. He's basically making idle threats. I don't know if you've been paying attention or living under a rock, but Edwards is talking crazy. Like he about to have one of the greatest Michael Jordan seasons in the world. He already apologizing for the kind of season he gonna have and things of that nature. You hearing Karl Anthony Towns run his mouth as well alongside of, him. Then you go to Tyreese Haliburton. Tyreese Haliburton, we all know, is nice. He had a crazy situation up there, started out there in Sacramento. Obviously, the organization made a decision between him and De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, it couldn't have been that bad because both Fox and both teams won the deal, because Fox is supplanted as the number 1 option up there with the basketball in Sacramento, and it's clearly opened up the game for everybody else. He didn't have to look over his shoulder thinking it was this new guard coming to take his spot. And they sent Tyreese to Indiana, and he's become the number 1 option, one of the best players in the NBA. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I didn't even know he had it in him. This guy is a bona fide superstar if he wants to be, and I see it. Clear as day. I've seen flashes of him. He's a sharp shooter. He can get his shot anywhere on the floor. They added multiple pieces. They coming with Bruce Brown. They coming with Obi Toppin. You understand? Along with, like I said, a list of others. And these other guys that's coming back, they were knocking on the door in the Eastern Conference. So I'm very concerned, for a lot of teams, especially when you got the firepower coming, from the Indiana Pacers. I'm predicting them to have one hell of a season. And obviously, Lamelo Ball, MB1, the 1 of 1. Listen, these guys are going to be in a complete, tornado clash with one another. And it's going to be interesting to see how it all breaks down. Because Lamelo, when he was signing that contract, if you remember, Mitch Kupchak outlined a couple of things in this deal. I'm not sure 100% incentive-wise, but I'm pretty sure that it is if he was to check off all of these boxes. But he's obviously going for MVP. first team all NBA. These are high standards. Clearly the real goal is to win, that NBA championship. You hearing that kind of language run and permeate through Charlotte. This is something that we are unusually accustomed to hearing, based on the Charlotte Hornets. Now we got to see if this is the new norm or they just playing games, and I want to hope that the Charlotte Hornets have woken up from some of their horrible ways, that resorted them to put them in such a hole and really piss off a lot of draft picks. I think they starting to go into better days with new ownership. I think that we're going to see a much more competent organization that Lamelo Ball will benefit off of, because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Lamelo Ball doesn't. His team has not made the adjustments as these teams. Clearly Edwards was lucky enough to walk into a situation where they already had a firm number one option there in terms of Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, what was he, defensive player of the year, if I'm not mistaken? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I mean, this kid, he showed flashes, of a lot. Obviously, when Jimmy was there, he balled out. You know, I'm not sure if Cat won Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all got to double check that for me. I apologize. But when he wants to be, he could be an elite defender. Karl Anthony Towns is definitely a beast. Obviously, drafted number one overall himself. And then they make the big move for Gobert. And then they got a nice little squad out there that alleviates a lot of heat off of Edwards. I don't think a lot of people understand that. It helps, to have another go-to guy in Karl Anthony Towns. He got to get his collection of touches now. You can't just forget about Karl Anthony Towns out there on the floor. And he really moved the game forward for Edwards. I'm telling you, a lot of people would have benefited off of that. And they out west, so they do run into some issues. But let's see if they can put it all together. As you can see, Tyreese, these teams, they've completely revamped their rosters. What about the Charlotte Hornets? Or have they been able to revamp their situations similar to these guys? I stated before previously that I was appalled that the Indiana Pacers was able to run off with Obi Toppin for 2 second-round picks. I was completely appalled. When I heard that information. Because I started to think, God damn, I mean, who else could have snuck in there and got us something like that? That was a major steal with a crazy upside. If you're the Charlotte Hornets, do you need Obi Toppin? You obviously you have a situation with Miles Bridges doing big things. I would say that Miles is better than Obi. I think he will be. As their careers continue to progress, despite him getting a better opportunity there under Tyreese Haliburton. But I think the Charlotte Hornets, they just got to continue to improve the roster any way they can. Them being in a small market, really all of them. But you got to swing for the fences. You're either going to draft well. It seems like Charlotte is trying to move through the draft. They haven't swung for the fences on a trade just yet. Everybody calls the pause for the Charlotte Hornets to make a massive trade, because if you've been monitoring the situation, they are stockpiling an arsenal of assets. Something's going to go down, because they got too much baggage here. You got a lot of old veterans. You got a bunch of young guys. I could see them, pulling something off. I don't know if it's a home run, for Charlotte, but I think they make something, maybe bring another veteran in here, with this basketball team. I hope Mitch Kupchak finds the right situation and makes a decent move. But a move for Charlotte is coming. I don't think it's like I said, may not be the situation like how they did with Rudy Gobert. Like, that was ultra aggressive, that I think that it could end up snake biting the Minnesota Timberwolves in the future. That was a very dicey decision to move in that manner to go get Gobert, but you got to respect it. They showing Edwards, they showing guys like they guys, even Karl Anthony Towns, listen, we behind you, and we're going to put the pieces behind you. That shows these guys what their organization is capable of. It seems like the Charlotte Hornets are going to build from within, and hopefully they can maximize that, with this team that they have. the build from within motto. I just don't know. Shout out the chat. Shout out Will Stumbling. This is a crazy, unfortunate situation that I hope that LaMelo Ball can overcome. And I think that he's going to get all of the talent level out of this team, including the young guys. A lot of the young guys we seeing right now struggling. Their games will get better once they get to the roster, because I believe that LaMelo is going to get everybody situated. He will have the basketball for them. It will be undisputed. I think that's why they didn't move in a situation for Scoot Henderson, even though a lot of people wanted that. LaMelo Ball it will be no question who's going to have the basketball in Charlotte, and I like that. Don't leave no room for doubt, because then it causes a lot of BS and shit on the outside. I got Purple Baby in the building. What's the deal, Purple? I know this is a crazy subject. You're a big Edwards fan. What's your thoughts on this topic?
Well, I think the question to me really, because I think it's Edwards that's gonna have a better season out the three of them, but at the same time, he has the better talent on his team. Not Anthony Edwards, but with Carl Anthony Towns alone. So nobody between Haliburton's team and LaMelo's team is more talented than Carl. Now, if you talking about motors and stuff, that's a different conversation. But nobody is as talented as they are. So, as he is rather. So by that alone, I think Edwards he'll have to go against the stiffer competition, but I think he'll have the better season. And then I think it's a toss up because obviously Haliburton has the better coach out the three. But it's like, okay, who's gonna finish better between Haliburton and LaMelo? I want to put my money on Indiana, but it's like it's still some questions on a roster that I have where I'm like, I don't know, or some of the pieces are too young. Like Miles Turner, I just don't believe in. So, but
Miles Turner, I've seen him at Summer League. He had a choicey, outfit. I wasn't too pleased. I don't know if you've seen his outfit on the bench.
nah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking a little flamboyant.
I
But
mean, hey, that's the new fashion for people.
yeah, you're right. It
I
is
would
crazy.
never, but hey, listen, that's how they like to dress. But yeah, like I think, like it wouldn't surprise me from a team's perspective that LaMelo will have a better season than Haliburton, but I don't think he'll have with Anthony Edwards having a better team from a team's perspective. This Charlotte team is not going to be better than Minnesota for sure. So
Listen, I think that Lamelo's team,
it's
I think they're
question.
going to maximize. I think he maximize the pieces they have, but I wish that the organizations, obviously, they're under new ownership, so we don't know just yet how
Right.
aggressive they're going to be. But I want to ask you a question because I said this before you came in. I said with Charlotte, something's going to go down. They have a lot of young talent. They got veterans that could be moved to different teams, like Hayward, Rozier, a couple of others. You see a log jam here with some of these guards, all of these people.
Mhm.
Do you agree that something could be brewing here in Charlotte?
I mean, that's sad for any team, but of course. But the thing is, like Milwaukee cleared 60 million for some reason. Well, they didn't clear 60 million, but they got 60 million available to them, right? What's the name agreed to a lower contract, Middleton. And it's like, if anything, I can see Milwaukee going after Hayward, but the question I think Milwaukee has is how healthy can he be? Is Miles Bridges, even though he couldn't get a max contract offer from any other team, and the Hornets weren't interested in giving him one, could they say, well, I don't trust, because Gordon Hayward's health issues, I don't trust him. So I'm gonna go with the young, more healthier guy and Bridges to go alongside my all-star guy and my all NBA guy in Giannis. That to me is more possible, but it's just like, dang, what is Milwaukee that would have to be picks back in return. And that's not too bad for guys like Miles Bridges or Hayward, but it's like, that's what I question. Like, what player, because it's certainly going to have to be a player at this point that Milwaukee gets in return. That Charlotte's going to get back in return along with draft picks. But what player is coming to Charlotte then? Is it Holiday? Because, it's some personal things going on there with him. Like, who is it, to be honest?
Right. I mean, that's a good question. What about the Indiana Pacers? They didn't make the playoffs either. Do you think they're going to have a better chance, getting there, this season than Lamelo Ball and the Hornets? Even despite Lamelo bringing back some pieces too. You see Miles coming back.
Right.
I mean, they're going to be more competitive than a lot of people think. Mark Williams is talented. You see, he's not in the summer league.
Right.
So there's a lot. They do have some good things working for them on that side, despite, even though they, like I said, these other teams are doing massive things. You see what's going on with even in New York to a certain extent.
Right.
You have a situation where pardon me, like I said, all these teams are just all these teams are making moves, and the Hornets got to just make sure they stand pat. That's all I'm saying. The Knicks end up getting DiVincenzo. They basically building
Which
the
I
whole
think is a
goddamn
solid
team.
pickup.
They building the whole goddamn team around Jalen Brunson, getting all the pieces,
Right.
that's gonna fit. They bringing in winners.
Right.
Charlotte got to start to do similar things, and I think they end up in the same group or something. Even though the end season tournament, I'm not a fan of that. I definitely want to get into that tonight because this is a good day to talk about that. I hate this end season tournament. I don't know who asked for it, but I mean, it's really stupid. But I mean, it is what it is. But the Knicks and the Hornets, I believe they're all in the same drawing.
Yeah, with the Wizards and the Bucks and the Heat. So that's the group that they're in. So, but as far as to answer your question about Indiana, I like Miles Turner. I don't know, and I forgot about that. They had Indiana had Isaiah Jackson. Now I did hear from people that last season he was in the G League, but he did get some minutes on the roster. I don't know if he was the backup 4 or 5, but he did get some minutes. So I'm intrigued there. But much like the Hornets, it's a process in the making, because I personally, long term, they have, to me, when I look at it, no desire to keep Buddy Hield or Miles Turner, in my opinion. But what's out there for Indiana to really go back and get for Miles Turner, a big? Because if they're considering Isaiah Jackson a 4, and they feel like that's where he's gonna most thrive at, they need a center. And they're in the same situation where, along with picks, they're gonna have to take back players too. So it's about what players they're looking to take back. Because I don't know if you know, but they did a trade with Sacramento, and Chris Duarte, if that's how you say his last name, is no longer on the Pacers. They took back, I believe, draft capital for him. Just draft capital. Capital. They didn't like get a player back in exchange or anything. So that's interesting to me. But I don't know. I don't think the Indiana Pacers are going to be better than the Hornets this year, because I think it's just too many questions, in my opinion, on when I look at that roster.
So, salute to Basil Carpenter Jr. with the $20 super chat. He says, "Love and peace. Support the channel. People flights work so hard, giving up entertainment. Appreciate you, Basil. Salute. Definitely love the support of the people. We're going to continue to bring some of the best content that we possibly can to the people at all times. But back to what we was discussing, it's so many ramifications, with this situation. I never thought that Haliburton was going to be as good as he is. I didn't see it in out there in Sacramento. I did see a good young player, but I didn't see a guy who can lead the whole goddamn team, to the promised land. Did you see that?
No, not with Haliburton. And we touched on this conversation several times prior to this year's draft, and just in general. Haliburton, as people described him, was NBA ready. He was ready to come in and be able to seamlessly fit in with a playoff team and play valuable minutes. And I like him for that, but it was just like, yeah, see, it's only so much you can do. I like the way his approach to the game comes as far as his playmaking and his scoring. But when I look at him, he's not, in my opinion, a guy that you build your franchise around. I think Indiana is honestly still looking for that guy.
Well, man, I don't know. You said you don't think that Haliburton. I think he is. I think they're building a team around him right now. They're giving him some horses. Obviously, he would be good if he could get like a some kind of wing scorer. Buddy Hield. I don't know if he's that guy. I mean, they good. I ain't gonna disrespect them. I don't know what they're gonna do with Turner, but they clearly look like they're more inclined to make some moves than the Charlotte Hornets. At least they proven that they would get aggressive, and they got the new coach Carlisle. He didn't come there for nothing, So give him credit. He came there and just got that thing rejuvenated. What'd you say?
No, I was just about to say, when I look at Haliburton, a player that I think about that's currently playing, and I think he's 1,000 times better than this player, but it's the reason why I'm mentioning him. To say that you're going to build around Haliburton is saying that you would build around Tyler Hero. I don't think Tyler Hero is as bad of a player as people say he is. I think he's a six man, and that's about it. But that's what I honestly feel about Haliburton too. Like, he's good. He's better than Tyler Hero, but I would never, in my personal opinion, build. He's a good championship piece. Like, for instance, Boston needed an important point guard. If Sacramento would have traded Smart for Haliburton, that's good all the way around. That's just the guy that Boston needs. Like, I don't think he's a franchise player. I think he's solid, but he, compared to Lamelo and Anthony Edwards, he's not a franchise player to me.
Right. I mean, we're gonna find out. I mean, I like the kid in terms of his talent. He's gonna be okay. Edwards, clearly he gonna ball out. Did you see some of his comments? He already. I said that he was apologizing. Did you hear what he said when he was talking about the season that he gonna have and this, that, and the third? He already predicting like he about to have one of those seasons. I mean, he talking already.
Speaking like a football player.
Yeah, he might be talking the most craziest.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean, basketball players talk trash too, but it's, to me, on a different level. Football players really be about that. And it's like, yeah, we'll see when the season starts, sir. Like, we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely find out what's up with him. I think he's gonna be good. It's all good. What do you think about Lamelo Ball coming in another year under Steve Clifford? Clifford got another, crack at these guys. Obviously, he seems to be a little bit more comfortable out there. Well, we don't know now that new ownership is there because he was a Michael Jordan guy. Jordan is going, so he's gonna have to start producing some results to stick around. I would give Clifford maybe another year, if he doesn't get the job done. Same for Mitch, but what do you think about LaMelo another year under Steve Clifford? What's that going to be all about?
Well, what I think is, like, if this new ownership sees this team as a team in progress of, in terms of, it's not about them making the playoffs, but like how you looking at Houston, like, it's a whole bunch of young guys, and right now the only focus is to get their games not only individually better, but them better as a unit, which means involves them playing the younger guys like Bryce, Booknight, Bridges got to play, and PJ got to play, and more so of putting not PJ, but Hayward and them to the side, and even Martin, Cody Martin possibly to the side, to get these guys not only trade value up, but just to see who you need to keep. A lot of people say, well, these guys got 3 more years till they get paid. Y'all don't understand. Like, some GMs and most owners think 3 years in advance, because if not, Golden State was in a good place. They deserve, Draymond, all of them deserve the money they got. But now they hit a wall when it was just like, when they decided to pay Wiggins and Poole, and it was like, well, should we give Draymond this money? Because this is how important. You never want to be in that situation. It's not smart to be in that situation where you're looking and you're like, well, should I give this guy this? You know, he's did this and that for my franchise in the past. So should I give it to him or should I just stick with the young guys? Because right now, as I look, Golden State to me is in a world of trouble because they don't have that franchise player after Steph and Clay and Draymond are done. They don't have that guy. So the guy that they were depending on to be that guy, they traded. You know, and whatever. And I don't think the Hornets, to me, being in the market that they're in, cannot afford that. So you definitely need to decide who stays, whether it's Book Knight, Bryce, Mark, Nick Richards, Kai Jones, JT Thor. Clearly, you know, PJ is coming back because he didn't see any offers that he liked. But, you know, what do you do?
Man, that's a good question.
You got to think, you can't think of it year by year. That's a bad idea. You got draft picks that come in every year. You can't think like that, especially when you're not winning like that. You got to really be like, dang, like I'm over the cap for a team that's not, you know, really they're making the playoffs, but it's via the play-in. They're really not securing a top 6 seed, you know, like that. Like a team like Memphis where they got rid of Dylan Brooks and they've been in the top 6 these last 2 years, but they still took a risk and got rid of Dylan Brooks, you know, and whatever. We'll see how it turns out if they're still able to secure a top 2 seed, you know, coming up this season, or well, a top 3, not a top 2, but remain in the top 6. I don't think they will, but we'll see, you know, and whatever else. But you got to know when it's worth it to be over the cap for your team and when it's not.
Right. I mean, good call. Man, we're gonna find out. Like these teams got to do something to stand pat. Not only, as you can see, Lamelo and the Hornets competing with Indiana, they both are going to be trying to do the same things, you
Yeah.
know, and scratch and claw their way into the postseason again. And it's going to be interesting to see what team does it. I remember the Hornets, you know, knocking on the door to play in. I think now with Miles coming back, I think they got a better team than they had when Miles initially left. So I think Miles is gonna like that. There's some better players on the floor. Even Brandon Miller, like even though he's become like some sort of, you know, like poke guy, like laughing stock, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, everybody's just poking fun at him. I think that he's gonna pay dividends too. I mean, his size and things of that nature should help. You know, the Charlotte Hornets, you know, play the style of play that they want to play. They should be a bigger team out there. You got a big ass point guard. You know, you got, as you can see, Miller. You know, he's
Right.
big, and then pause, and then you got Bridges. He's playing above the rim. Mark Williams, he want to block shots and, you know, be that number one big, you know, for the Charlotte Hornets. I think
Right.
I think they're gonna be okay. You know, it's gonna be up to Melo and Miles to really lead them to the promised land. You know, with bringing their all-star capabilities. I think Miles is gonna remind people who the hell he is, and I think Charlotte. I think I'm telling you, Charlotte is gonna do something. They got firepower coming back next season.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, but like I'm comfortable in saying this. The Hornets, regardless of what I still feel like they're gonna win 40 something games, 43 to be honest. But I know I am very confident in saying they'll be better than the Atlanta Hawks. Now, my next question is okay, New York did good. They secured the top 6 seed. Can they be better, not just better than New York, but Miami? And that's my concern. Like, okay, can they be better? I know they'll be better than Toronto because basically, like I said, they trying to build around Scotty Barnes. And so you know they'll be better than Toronto. It's like, okay, they can probably be in the top 6, but now you got to leapfrog Cleveland, and I don't think they're better than Cleveland. And just from not an integrity standpoint, but how Miami runs their organization, even though I feel like Miami kind of lost a lot this off season and stuff, it's like, well, dang, like maybe they're gonna be better than Miami, you know, and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I don't think they're gonna be better than Miami record wise anyway. It's just a funny feeling I got. So
Right. And shout out Dre said, "Why is Lamelo? Why isn't Melo playing Team USA? I mean, he did have an ankle.
so his
What'd you
ring
say?
his brand deal that he has with Puma.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
No, they said it. Because apparently a lot of other people was asking about that too, why he wasn't on the team, and they said that was why. Because the NBA markets, have heavily invested with Nike, as you know, and not Converse, but Adidas. Nike's in Adidas. Not so much in Puma. Like when you look at these guys, there's like a couple of guys that's signing up with Puma, but compared to the Nike and the other company, no, not so much. In Adidas, not so much.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna find out. I think that Melo will eventually play Team USA, in the future. I could definitely see that happening. But I don't think that Melo is probably gonna average the most points out of these guys. Obviously, it's probably be Edwards, don't you think?
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
probably. I mean, but that
yeah.
doesn't
Like
determine, who
definitely,
had
I
the better
think Edwards.
season.
Yeah, Edwards gonna have the most shot attempts between the three too. But Lamelo ain't gonna be that far behind Edwards in that category. So, you know.
Yeah, Melo gonna definitely get the shot off. If you could pick a guy, last second, who would you want the ball in the hands of?
Even though I wouldn't build a franchise around him, honestly, Haliburton. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Because I just feel like Anthony Edwards and LaMelo still has some growing to do as far as they decision making in late game situations. And that's not to say Haliburton don't make the mistakes that they do, but Haliburton to me he's not pass first. I don't like to categorize players like that, but he's more of, if I don't have the shot, I'm about to pass it to the person that does. So I like Haliburton in a late game situation.
Yeah, like I said, I think the pace is gonna be good. I like Halliburton too. He definitely impressed me, and they
Yeah,
both signed that $270 million contract. With 260. Pardon me.
right.
All three of them. That's crazy that they all got the same amount of money, and it seemed like it was one after another. Who signed first? Was it Melo or Halliburton?
It was Haliburton, LaMelo, Edwards. Because
Yeah,
Edwards came out, I think, either on the 4th of July or the day after. I can't
yeah.
remember.
I thought it was pretty weird that it all happened like one after another. They probably whoa, you see what he got? Whoa, you see what he got? Y'all better
Yeah,
cut.
I was thinking that
Y'all
too.
better
I was
bring
thinking
that
that
money.
too, looking. But you know what's crazy is, I want to see what you think about this. I don't see none of the three coming into this season making an All NBA team. But who do you think will make an All NBA team first?
That's a good question. Um, I'm gonna say it got to be between Lamelo and possibly Anthony Edwards. Edwards, he coming in with a lot of hype too. I don't think people
Right,
know that.
right, right.
He's very hype.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, like I said, it's all about. I think, like I said, he gonna put the ball in the hole probably at the most.
Right, right.
Than everybody. So I mean, it's gonna be tough. All NBA. There's a lot of guards. I'm just gonna go between Lamelo and Edwards.
That's solid.
Flip
I
the
respect you.
coin.
But you know what's crazy is, I mean, it's an all team for the NBA, but it's an all defensive team. I think because Halliburton is the less risky of the three, I see Halliburton hitting that all NBA team and stuff like that. But like, dang, like I don't know between an all NBA team between Melo and Edwards who would make it, but I certainly know Haliburton is going to make that all defensive team for sure, but the that all NBA is tricky. I think Haliburton will be the last to make an all NBA team, but as far as the first between Lamelo and Edwards, I don't know. I probably lean towards Edwards though.
Right. I mean, Edwards is cool as a cool player. I don't hate on him or nothing like that. I think he's a
Right,
beast. It's just I like Lamelo out of the three of them, but that doesn't take away from the greatness of any of them. You know,
right, right, right.
and they're going to be on a collision course the rest of their careers. And
Absolutely.
I think that Indiana and Charlotte might have the best chance of having some sort of rivalry. because they're in the same conference. I know that they
Yeah,
try to make it Lamelo and Edwards, but they're not gonna see each other like that.
right.
Same for the Indiana Pacers.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
let's see what happens. Edwards, believe it or not, he kind of out of the mix in terms of this war, like this between the three of them. I think the war really gonna be between Charlotte and Indiana because they have it. They both haven't made the playoffs. They both got the same goals, and like I said, they got some pieces, man. I
Right.
think they match up well. I hope that would be the playing scenario, but the Pacers
Right.
versus the Hornets. But hopefully the Hornets can somehow supplant themselves in, but it's gonna be tough. I see them back in the playing scenario again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just getting to that 6 seed gonna be hard as hell. They're
Yeah,
gonna have to
that's
start
why I
the season
said.
hot.
And I just seen somebody in the chat say, in their opinion, I think it was Dre, or it might have been Basil. It was somebody that said that they don't think they're gonna be better than Atlanta. To me, I'm not saying Collins was a big loss because I don't think he was. But I'm like, okay, you got an undersized Trae Young. You got a pretty smart, decent player in Murray. I think Haliburton is way better than Murray. And I, of course, think Lamelo, to a certain extent, not by much, is better than Trae Young. So it's like, I don't really, Indiana and Charlotte and Atlanta to me is all in, like, just in that. Like, I ain't about to have no argument about who about to be better for real. That's playing team space. You down there with Toronto. I'm not about to argue with you about that.
Nah, that's crazy. Salute to the Raptor fans out there. Hopefully they can get it together, man. They won a championship. Let's see what they can do. But the Raptors, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
they
crazy
down
too.
bad. And I don't think Van Fleet was a huge loss, but it's just like they asking too much for Siakam and Novi and stuff like that. But they just trying to build around Barnes.
Yeah, I think he is the face eventually. I say they move on from them dudes eventually. Siakam and OG. Their names was brought up a lot. They just Messiah. He trying to get the haul.
Yeah,
So he probably he'll milk that till about another year until he get a team desperate enough to give up every damn thing for him.
exactly. Yeah, I agree. But I'm excited, but I'm not excited because we got this whole in season tournament, and it's just like
Yeah, I mean, let's speak about that in season tournament. It's very confusing to me. What was your takeaways from it? I don't like it.
um I understand that, because Sky mentioned it to me, and I seen him in the chat, and I think No Panic did too in Dex. I understand that from a money perspective, they gonna make money, but I don't know how long the NBA been around. But at this point, I'm not saying give up, but you're just never gonna make the money that MLB makes when it's playoff time, and what the NFL makes just in general for their games. I don't understand it. Like, this is something that you do for high school guys or even in college. I don't think it's appropriate for the NBA. Like, I know you want to get your game more, like, as far as in cities where the NBA is not the number one thing that guys go to, but it's just like you doing too much. Like, no, it's not a good idea. These is grown men.
I agree with you.
Like, imagine the MLB, and they did made some mistakes this year too. But imagine in the like them doing that. Do you know how bad them fans would go off? Soccer, it makes sense in soccer because there's so many countries and so many teams to do something like this. This is basketball where it's primarily, I mean, you got a European league and stuff like that. But when I look at it, honestly, from the US side of things, it's just like soccer, like, and even in hockey, it makes sense, like, for them to do something like this, but it's basketball. Like, why are you doing it in basketball? Like, unless the leagues that's existing currently can come together and be like, yeah, like, we agree to do this, like, in season and tournament thing, this Olympics style type of thing where it's the US versus until it, like, it just don't make no sense to me. Like,
Yeah, and another thing, nothing is gonna take over the NBA championship. So to create all of these trophies, like I said,
Yeah,
nobody even wants to hold the conference title. You know, when they win the title, you see Jimmy Butler, he didn't want to touch the shit. So what the hell? I guess this is for the young players
right.
because I think the veterans they not happy. They don't give a. Do you think LeBron James give a shit about some in season tournament?
Hell no. No.
They coming. People gonna start the season to win the mid season tournament. That's gonna be the goal. Come on, it's bad. I don't like that. I hope they hurry up and get this shit out the way. They adding too much. They change. They're trying to change shit. Everything don't need to get changed.
Yeah, yeah. Like I understand because everybody's the same. It's like soccer, but it's a reason why outside of I don't think people understand how many soccer teams. It's not about how many soccer teams is in the US, just in general, like in these foreign countries and stuff. Like like I think the most foreign sports to foreigners is like football because what they call football is actually soccer to us. And then I think baseball comes in second. Well, I would be honest. I think basketball probably comes in first now because of so many guys like Luca, Dirk, and Tim and stuff like that. Tony Parker, Manu, and stuff like that. So they did some good elevation. But baseball is still heavily important in places like Cuba and stuff like that, Mexico, like that. So, and basketball is just trying to go into those markets and compete. And I don't blame them, but listen, y'all ain't really making no money to me until the playoffs come around.
Right.
As far as in general, I will give them credit that compared to the NFL, they make way more money during playoff time and just they final stuff than the NFL because it's not confusing anymore. What we call football is not football to them, but football I think has the lightest reach of all sports, to be honest.
Football.
Yeah,
You said it
because
got the what?
in other countries, what they call football is not
Yeah,
football.
I know you mean soccer. Yeah, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. Like it's just crazy. Like,
Soccer is a big popular sport.
yeah,
You
yep.
know, I don't.
And I think,
Soccer might be or universally more popular. You know, maybe than back. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say that for sure, but I know that in the U.S., NFL is king. You know, it just is what it is. I would like to say that, and of course, I would like to say NBA is on top, but America loves NFL. You know, so
hmm
it is what it is. And globally, football, soccer, FIFA, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know,
hmm
but basketball is definitely growing. You know,
yeah,
universally.
and I see people complaining like, yes, from the U.S. side of things when it comes to baseball and soccer, as far as us as Americans being intrigued in it, I absolutely agree with y'all. Hockey is right there with them, but internationally, I still think there's a high importance, and basketball is doing a really good job when it comes to international getting these guys that might grow up to be that might have like, oh, I just want to play soccer to get these guys to come in and start playing basketball. But still, like, I don't think basketball will ever be as important over in foreign countries as soccer and baseball is. Like and then you got to think about the amount of money that baseball players make over the span of their career compared to basketball players.
Yeah, you're right about that. Them baseball players making the most money. They was making $200 million contracts before the NBA. Shit, they signing big money. There's a lot of money over in the MLB.
Yeah, like one thing that concerns me was with Yao Ming when he came. What I know we've had other Chinese born citizens and stuff like that come into the NBA, but we haven't seen, in my opinion, like any more heavily where they have taken the time. And I know guys gotta have the talent and stuff like that too. But it's just like for as big as the market is in China for basketball, where's like where's the connection at when it comes to players coming over here to play from that league, as far as them being drafted and whatever else? Like, there's a disconnect there.
I could agree with that. It's something. It's definitely some sort of disconnect. You gotta. It's crazy, but basketball is definitely growing. In my opinion, all of these changes is definitely trying to highlight a specific audience. I think the casual viewers. I think
Right.
it does. I think it does help. Make the games competitive all throughout, and I think that's what they really want. They want the whole season guys playing. On point. Not all shit. I could just chill out. We don't got to turn up until later on. You know, I think this is what this is about. They've been flirting with this idea for a minute, and they
Right.
finally did it.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I like the approach, but what's the point of being in a market and selling something? Because once again, I seen somebody say they want to watch American players play. You're talking about the same foreign countries that like watching and appreciate our celebrities more. When they go over there, they appreciate their talent. It was something that Tina Turner addressed. It's no different than that. That doesn't prove anything to me. When these American artists go overseas, ones that we really don't support here like that, are fully behind, you should see the numbers that they do across the pond and stuff like that. They're insanely more popular over here. We put more best into like sports, of course, but when they go overseas, yeah, they making heck of money. These American basketball players, yeah, they want to see them. They're more appreciative and more thankful. Like, that's not surprising. Like, you don't know how much celebrities cash in bank overseas more than they do here in the US. It's quite rare that you have celebrities that come in and collect bank here and then turn around and go overseas and don't collect as much money. Snoop Dogg told this years ago. He was like, yeah, I was surprised when I went over there that they was messing with me like that. Like, I was like, Snoop, what? They over there messing with Snoop? Because
Right,
Snoop represents us and stuff like that. I was like, that's kind of dope.
right. Salute to Coffee with a $10 super chat. He says, "Flight Sports Super." Here's a question for the panel: Is at Sky first team all lizard or second team all reptile and honest? LOL. Man, that's a hell of a question. shout shout out Coffee. Him and Sky got a tumultuous relationship.
Yeah.
They just need to go ahead and create some content together and get it on over with. But appreciate you, Coffee, and thank you. There's a lot of things going on out here. So many ramifications in the league. This is going to be one of the best seasons I think in a long time. With Victor coming in, there's so many storylines. What's some surprise teams that you think is going to shock people this year?
Um uh because I'm thinking about the young teams, honestly. I
Yeah, I like the young teams. I mean, I like, of course, Houston. I like Detroit. I like all of the young teams. They got the young talent. Orlando. Let's see what they all about. All these teams, they're entertaining. I think they got a lot of upside.
I see that. I would say, to me, I don't personally think there's gonna be any surprise, because I'm expecting like teams like New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento, to be a part of that play-in situation. Phoenix, unfortunately, to make the playoffs. But like, to me, OKC to be involved in the play-in or possibly the playoffs. But I'm just thinking about like Houston and stuff like that. Like, okay, what is Houston gonna do? Yeah, they're young, but the coach, because I like Udoka. So it's like, okay, what is he gonna do? You know, um, then out east, what is Indiana gonna do? How healthy is Detroit going to be? And along with health, how good are they gonna look? Like, that's the only thing. I don't think, as far as playoffs and stuff, like I really care because I think it's going to be about the same sort of for the teams that's making it and stuff like that. I'm just worried about really the growth of the younger teams and the steps that those players take.
Yeah, you're right about that. The young teams are definitely going to be an eye to look out for. I even like the San Antonio Spurs. I was looking at their roster. I don't know if you've seen it. I
Hmm.
think they're going to be a better team than a lot of people give them credit for. I think if Wembanyama could figure it out quick, I think they could surprise people faster than people think.
Yeah. I agree with that.
They
But
got a lot of shooters,
yep,
and they had other young talent there as well.
yeah. I like I said, that's what's like. I'm like LeBron is cool, but ain't nothing interesting about the Lakers to me.
No, no, the Lakers did improve a little bit. You don't think so?
Absolutely, but I still don't care. See, here's my thing. Growing up seeing the Lakers constantly make the playoffs or to the finals and Boston in the same scenario. Shout out to San Antonio. I'm kind of at a place, even when these teams get younger, where I like, okay, I'm looking for you, Wembanyama, but I really don't care what your team do. Y'all are nauseating. I know people. I understand that Denver is not a big market and Miami is what Miami is, but I didn't like if you're a sports fan and you generally appreciate the sport of basketball, the commentary and the talk that I heard that people did, it disappointed me. Like I understand that it's something flashy and good about watching the Lakers make it, Boston make it, and whatever. But come on, like, don't y'all want to see something different? Like I don't want to see the same old people, even though the teams are talented. I don't want to see the same old teams make it to the finals or to the playoffs every year, unfortunately. I want to see something interesting. I love to see a surprise. I like to see teams defy expectations. Like, I don't want to see the same thing. That's boring. A lot of my life, I've seen Boston, San Antonio, Miami for the short time be successful. Like, I haven't seen enough of like Chicago being really successful. Yeah, I was born in the 90s, but I didn't watch Mike and them do what they did and stuff like that. So it's like I want to see something different. So I enjoyed for people that were being positive around Denver and Miami as far as that finals matchup and just commentating the game. I enjoyed that. Like I had no problem me being from a small market myself. It was just weird how people was acting because the Lakers wasn't there or Boston wasn't there. It was just or Phoenix because of the KD accusation. Like it was quite aggravating. People acting a whole bunch of grown people acting like children.
Yeah, man, it just don't make no sense. It's wild. Salute to Basil, Jay Smitty, Tenzin, everybody in the chat. Definitely
Yep.
appreciate.
And somebody just said the ratings say people don't want to say anything different. See anything different, and I absolutely agree with that, but you never know until you try like come on. It's if the Lakers have the talent to win, that's fine. We clearly know what Boston has the talent to make it to the finals. I'm okay with that, but I don't believe the accusations, by the way, that the NBA did this and that for the Lakers, for them to make the playoffs. They
Shout,
they act for the players.
that's fact. Shout out Coffee. He says Flight Sports TV is sizzling hot. Um, all I know, I mean, all day, every day. Specifically, Zoe, Jello, and Mellow content. Fire. Appreciate you, Coffee, with your $20 super chat. Appreciate y'all. Definitely support Flight Sports. We got a lot of things coming this way. Big things popping this summer. So we're gonna stay on top of the content, of course. So many things going on, to discuss. There's a lot in the sports world, ranging from basketball to all sports. There's so much going on, to be honest
Right.
with you. This
Thank
but back to the season. It's gonna be crazy. I think that Brandon Miller. We get to Miller in a second. I think he's not gonna be as bad as people think. I think he's gonna ball out when the season starts. I want to hope. You know, um, Also, shout out Bailey said Dallas. Dallas tried to do something crazy. Dallas improved a little bit too. Who the hell did Dallas get?
Well,
They got the dude from Boston, right?
yeah, and they got their center, their young center. So they
They
did
tried.
decent.
They tried to get Matisse Thybulle.
Right.
But they ended up
The
yeah, that was crazy that they did it. What the hell is Portland trying to do?
Well, the owner, I
They
think
bringing
it
back too
might have
many
been the
veterans.
GM. It might have been the GM said he ain't in no rush to trade
Yeah,
Dame.
I don't like what the GM is doing.
Right.
GM knew this was coming, and now he gonna try to drag this shit out and make these guys want to get famous. This is 30 seconds of fame. Because once they lose Dame, they go into no man's land. So he need to milk this cow. The world gotta know who the hell Joe Cronin is. So uh, it's wild. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what Portland doing. They gave all that money to Grant. They bringing Thibault back. I just think they should have just went young.
Yep, I agree. They definitely should have went young.
Yeah, Henderson sucked for Billups with Blazers. And Billups will be all right. I'm not a huge fan of Chauncey Billups anyway.
I mean, it's just like that. When they say that's business, like it's business for real.
Yeah,
It,
no,
it's
I
it's
agree.
sad.
Business sucks, man.
Like what's crazy too is we kind of labor in between some people anyway, supporting the players 100% or supporting these organizations at the end of the day because they went out either way. And it's like with Dane, he kind of got people rocking with the organization because you got the right to change your mind, but you can't throw pot shots at Paul George or well, I don't think he was throwing them at LeBron James, so I'm gonna just leave them out. Paul George and Kevin Durant, and then be like, "Well, I want this winning team." Like, you got the right to want to win and be successful and compete for championships, but it's like, dude, like, you can't also come back and say, "I don't want to be on the stacked team." So you want them to trade you to a place like Charlotte or a young team like Houston or like where you want to go, sir? Utah, like where you want to go? Like what you want to do? You said you wanted to compete with for a championship, but you don't want to be on the stacked team.
Salute the coffee to the world. We got coffee with a $50 super chat. He says, at King C, Melo will have the better season and career. Them other people not even on Melo level. Dead ass. I mean, your coffee, coffee's real brash. He ain't gonna hold his punches. With Lamelo Ball, you know, uh, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm riding with Melo too over these two, but I do know that they have more horsepower, on their team. That's my only issue. It's like when they get into these games individually, I know that Melo and them they're gonna, do whatever they're gonna do, but I just feel like the other teams like Minnesota, Indy in particular, they just got a little bit more firepower all around the board. Well, yeah. What do you think about that? I mean, Carl Anthony Towns is a problem.
Yeah, like I said, to me personally, Indiana and Charlotte do not have a player when his motor is working correctly and he's motivated than Carl Anthony Towns. I'm sorry. So that alone, like, is like definitely Anthony Edwards to clear them in terms of success. Now, individually, probably not, but team success, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. You know, um, we're gonna find out how much team success these teams are gonna have. You know, I don't think the Hornets is gonna be as bad as people think. I think I'm on record of saying that.
So, I mean, when you say bad, are you saying like, because to me, I don't consider them bad. I'm just not like, it's not like they're going to win almost 50 games, in my opinion, but 40
Um,
is
I don't know.
average. I think they'll be average. I don't think they're going to be bad or really good, but I think they'll be average.
Well, it's all about how they basically come out. In my humble opinion, that's all. They got to start the season off correctly. If they could start the season correctly, they'll be good.
Yeah.
We got my man Spike in the building. I know Spike got some thoughts. Spike was live at these games too. What's the deal, Spike?
Flight Sports TV. What up, Flight? Hey, salute to you for the platform. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Everybody already knows this is a hegemony when it comes to ball talk. There's none greater. This is the pinnacle of hoop conversation. So I'm happy to be back in the building. I appreciate you, Flight, for throwing the platform up for us to hop on. How's everybody doing this evening?
Sure. Salute to you, Spike, man. I'm happy that you're here, man. It's a blessing to have you. We had discussing crazy basketball talk. Me and Purple Baby, we got we
Yeah.
got we got great conversations. Salute to Basil Carpenter Jr. with your $50 super chat. He says shout out Coffee. Definitely salute to Coffee and Basil going back to back. Appreciate your support. Want to thank the support of the people. Support Flight Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of things coming your way. Be on the lookout. We're gonna be rocking and rolling all summer, so we're gonna keep that content rolling for you every single night. That's the plan. Um,
Now,
yeah,
Flight, this is a
yeah,
strong conversation, Flight. You
yes,
got Anthony Edwards versus Tyrese Haliburton versus Lamelo Ball. Flight. This it's almost like you made the topic that I didn't know that I needed. You know,
yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Because these are the battle of the 260s. They both just signed for big money.
absolutely. I think all three of them got the same bag. Actually,
Yup.
all they all got that max extension. So yeah. I mean, first of all, I like all three players. I think they all bring something a little different. Tyreese and Melo, they're actually very similar in certain ways and different in other ways. Um, my favorite out of the three, everybody knows I got a strong love for Melo. He's the most exciting player to watch. But I do think Tyrese Halliburton has a slight, splitting hairs, but a slight edge over Lamelo as far as development up to this point right now in the moment. Like that's how I
Tyreese.
feel. Tyreese. I got Tyreese slightly over Lamelo. I got them both over Anthony Edwards. That's how I'm
Mm,
feeling right now.
mm.
Tyrese,
Oh, what,
you
what what
know,
makes you put Tyrese Halliburton over Lamelo?
yeah. So like I said, Flight, it's slight. It's very very slight. But Tyrese Halliburton he's taking better shots than Lamelo right now. He's shooting the three at 40%, even though Lamelo is shooting 38 and the volume is higher, so it evens out to about the same. It's the turnovers. Tyrese is a little better on the turnovers, and he's more vocal as a leader as well. So I think Tyreese is slightly ahead of them. They're both 20 and 8, 20 and 9 guys. I think Tyreese officially reached 20 and 10 this past season. Lamelo clearly rebounds better than him. But I think as far as their development goes, Tyreese is just slightly ahead of him right now as far as maturity, as far as ball control, as far as being vocal as a leader. I think Tyreese slightly has the edge.
Yeah, salute to Coffee to the World with a $100 super chat. They're not fooling around.
Hey,
It's,
hey, hey, that's what's up. Keep it
you
going,
got you
y'all.
got
Keep it
you
going.
got Basil and Coffee in the chat having a shootout. With super chats trying to get one up over the other. It says at Basil, what's up, King? With much wealthier love. We want to appreciate the $100 super chat. I can't thank the people enough, man. I want to appreciate everybody's support.
Question for Spike.
Right.
Do you think with more, not volume, but with more better consistency and just smarter shot selection, that LaMelo has the higher ceiling offensively, or just more offensively gifted?
No, I think their ceiling at this point, their ceiling is pretty much there's not enough separation right now. The ceiling is still neck and neck to me as far as both of those players. You gotta think Lamelo is 6'7", Tyreese is 6'5", 6'6", so they both have great size. They're both excellent passers. They're both shooting the three ball with the unconventional forwards, but at a high clip. They're teammates. They're both traditional and transcendental point guards. I know Dex would like that second word. But so, yeah, I think the ceiling at this point is the same. I don't think there's clear separation, but right now I got Tyreese just a hair. I mean, when you get your lineup, you go to the barber, get your lineup, and he doing that top line, and he put the clippers to it, and just a little bit of hair fall off, just a little bit. That's how I got Tyreese over Lamelo right now.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I feel like when I look at them, like Haliburton, I respect him dearly, and I love players like Haliburton. But to me, Haliburton, I know you said him and Lamelo are kind of all around, but it's like Haliburton out of the three of them is he's talented offensively, but Lamelo and Edwards, I just think the scoring, and it's not about how many shots they taking. It's just something about the way they can get their baskets compared to Haliburton. I felt like if you left Haliburton on the island and you was like, go get me 30, that he would struggle to get that without trying to, how KD.
I'm sorry, y'all. They're not fooling around in the chat, goddamn it. They having a shootout, goddamn it. We got Basil Carpenter Jr. sending $100 super chat back to Coffee talking about let's go. Oh man.
Let's go.
Y'all not fooling around.
Appreciate y'all for throwing that bread up, man. Flight Sports is the hegemony of ball talk, man. So you already know when you hear it, you about to get full, you about to eat. All right. So we appreciate the chats, man.
Man, want to appreciate all the support, man. Thank everybody for their support. This is unbelievable. Well,
yeah, I'm not.
they're not.
I see some pushback because people in the chat acting like we're not saying that Edwards is like he better. I don't know about Spike, but to me, I know he's better currently right now than Lamelo and Haliburton just off of team success. You can argue the individual success, but team-wise, yeah, he's the most successful out there. I ain't saying that he ain't, but I think individually there's an argument there.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards plays with an all-star center.
That I'm saying that absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can say Karl Anthony Towns is soft, but once again, he is all that in a bag of chips. But neither one of them, Lamelo or Haliburton, has a player as good when he's motivated as Karl Anthony Towns. It doesn't even come close.
That's a fact. That's why I gotta compare them in a vacuum. Single by single. I think Anthony Edwards is an ill-advised shot taker. I think he relies on the three and he doesn't shoot it very well. Not for how many he shoots. I think he has another level to go to defensively. He's good, but I don't think he's on Lamelo. And you put him in a gym, you put Lamelo in a gym, you put Tyreese Haliburton in the gym, and you run him through drills. I think Anthony Edwards comes out last.
Last in what? Last in what?
If you put him through skill drills.
So he won't hit as many shots as the other two players?
I just don't think he can do as much with the basketball as the other two players. He's not as skilled. His development as a basketball player is not where Tyreese and Lamelo's is at. That's my opinion. If you got something different, go ahead and state it, brother.
Well, first of all, he's playing a different position.
Absolutely.
So does he need to have the same exact skills as another player that has different responsibilities?
I would
consider, because that's what the topic is. Better, who's having the best season, who has the best career, who can make it through the drills, like you said. So that's what I was trying to relate and get them on the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I think ball handling, both of those players are better. Shooting, both of those players are better. Facilitating, setting up the game, setting the table. manipulating the defense, I think both of those two are better.
Oh, you saying Haliburton and Melo?
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whenever I need to stop an opposing team's offensive push, I'm probably not going to look for Melo or Haliburton.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. You're gonna choose Anthony Edwards for that. I agree. Yeah, he has a stronger body than the two. He's pause. He's bigger. Pause. So absolutely, and he has more of a mean streak than the two. I would even say. So yeah, I would agree on that.
My question to y'all, because maybe I was misunderstanding that. Individually, as an individual defender, are y'all saying that as far as how LaMelo's currently looking, that's how Haliburton looks? Because I had the opposite. Like, as far as a defender from an individual, even though it takes a team, individually, I would assume that Haliburton was the better defender of the three, but that assumption is wrong.
Well, Anthony Edwards is a very capable defender, and he's got more tools on that side of the ball. I do think Haliburton is a better defender than LaMelo right now. I do think that, but Anthony Edwards,
but just not better than Edwards.
Yeah.
So
what?
I said just not better than Edwards, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I think Edwards is stronger. He's more aggressive defensively. He sits down in that seat. He gives much more resistance than Haliburton does.
Okay. So maybe my expectations on that side of the floor for him was too high. So hopefully that's fixed this upcoming season.
Well, Anthony Edwards is pretty good defensively. Like he's touted as a two-way player basically. Or
I didn't think he was terrible. I just didn't think he was better than Haliburton. Yeah, I know that, Thunder. That's why I said, like, when I said I wouldn't build a franchise, I think the NBA confuses me sometimes. It's like, unless they're a championship winning team, they like players like Haliburton that been in college for 3 years, come out or supposed to come out more polished versus the guy that's been in college for a year or coming out of high school and whatever. But then at the same time, they penalize them and say, like we're having the conversation about Edwards, LaMelo, and Haliburton, and saying, well, their ceiling is lower and they won't ever be able to do the things that these guys are currently doing. That's confusing to me. Because it's like, pick a side and stand on it.
It's whatever's trending at the moment that you're actually watching.
That's true.
Well, Purple Baby. That's why we actually have to watch the games and give our own critique. Quite frankly, and this is no disrespect, but I can give a goddamn about somebody else's narrative. I'm watching the game and I'm accessing it, and I'm making mental notes. I'm looking at the stats. I'm watching them play. I'm watching how they lead. I'm watching it myself, and then I'm talking about it. I'm not seeing what everybody's saying and then coming and talking about it. That's backwards.
That's a good point, man.
I mean, I don't just listen to what people say. I do watch, but it's like, dang, like, that's interesting, like, to me. Because all I see is a guy that's in his 20s. That, like I said, I love Haliburton, honestly. But it's like, okay, I even can see from my eye test that I'm looking at that. Yeah, he ain't, these things I want him to be better in, but he's not going to be better
like in what?
Areas.
What do the numbers say?
Just overall, just
20 and 10. Yeah, and I think he scored more than both of them in a single game. I think he dropped the 50 ball with a game winner in Miami against the Heat.
Yeah, but from a pure like raw talent thing, he, to me, in my opinion, does not touch Edwards or
well. See, that's the thing, probably. You going off raw talent. I'm going off development.
From a development standpoint, agree with you. Like, I agree with both of y'all, and stuff like that. But would you agree that you have to be careful that just because a guy puts up 50, that he might not be as talented as this conversation. It might be the truth when it comes to that, but they might not always be as talented as what you think they are.
It's not automatic, but yeah. Do I expect Haliburton to put up 50 points every week? Or
Hell no, I wouldn't.
yeah.
Nah, I would expect. Well, no, I wouldn't expect that from nobody. I ain't even gonna lie.
It just shows you the type of heroics that he has a chance to perform.
His numbers actually speak for himself. He doesn't really have to do a lot of marketing.
Right, I agree with y'all. I'm not trying to take it too far off topic, but it still involves one of these guys. Would you take Haliburton or SGA?
I've been watching SGA for a while, for a minute. He's developed. I like his development. He's coming along very steadily. There hasn't really been like a drop off. um, he's progressed with his range and his decision making. He's healthy. Whew. If I'm going long term, I would have to. I would roll the dice on SGA over Halliburton right now today.
That's fair. I was thinking that.
I was going long
Slightly.
term. Yeah. If I want to
Haliburton
win
put up
something next year,
43.
yeah, I'll probably go Halliburton. Say, yo, you've been balling out. Let's get this ring, next June. But if I'm going long term, if I'm building a team, I'm looking at longevity, how much he got left in the tank, his progression of the two players, just of the two players. That's it.
Salute, y'all. Salute.
What up?
Hello.
Haliburton actually put up 43 against the Heats. So, he ain't put up no damn 50. He's not a 50-point player. Just
Trying
saying.
to prop his numbers up.
Exactly. Lamelo had 38 as his game high. That's right there. And that was against the Bucks. Woo! Shit.
Yeah, what was Halliburton's 43 against?
The Heats.
A lesser team?
No, I'm not gonna disrespect the Heats though. They was in the
Right,
finals.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I think the Bucks won it though. So the year before when Lamelo played him. Let me answer this one though about the three of them. I think Lamelo has, a higher ceiling by far from Tyreese Haliburton. I think it's still gonna be neck and neck with Ant-Man, because Ant-Man just, his game can go anywhere. He could be a two-way, one of the greats. I think. And Ant-Man, he's very far ahead of both of them right now, because he had, the keys from day one to get his shit to mess up and shit like that. Unlike LaMelo Ball, he was being held on the bench and stuff like that. And Charlotte don't develop shit anyway. So he got to get his game on his own shit during the summer and shit like that. They can't develop. And Tyrese Haliburton is vanilla as hell, man. Shit. Like, he throws like one no-look pass, probably you seen his highlights. Other than that, it's just regular shit. Open passes down the fast break, probably a oop. He's not pushing the needle, man, in my opinion. Hello?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I can go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to go against that. His environment, his conference. Uh, is there anything to motivate him to elevate his game more than what it already is?
Who?
Halliburton.
Wasn't he in college for 3 years already? So don't you think that's already him? I don't know. I don't think anything
Yeah,
will
that's what I'm
motivate him.
saying. So yeah, well, he doesn't really have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the three players. Yeah.
Yeah, his ceiling is kind of, where it is. LaMelo's ceiling still is still is through the roof though, because he didn't even really master the mid range yet. You know?
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's still going way like, yeah. I still think he's being held back.
Oh, okay.
That's just me personally. Uh, there's some other issues going on with that organization, but we won't get into that. But yeah,
You still think he's
Kenny,
oh, my fault, baby, my fault.
Kenny, may you join the panel, please?
Wait, who?
Kenny.
he gets less
I don't
views.
know why. I don't think nobody sat up here and said like Edwards' ass and stuff like that. Like, I certainly don't think that. Like, that's not the case. I understand after these other two people in this picture that he's had way more success, but I stated that from the beginning. If you feel like, I can understand from a point that you might feel like individually it shouldn't be a conversation either, but you know, like, come on, bro, nobody's dissing the man.
Nah, Ant-Man is definitely certified in my book. I got
Right.
him written down already. Sky's the limit for him too, though. You know, he could do a lot.
Right.
But he has had a lot of help, though. You know, so we're not even talking about team success right now. We're just talking about the players. I think he's
Right.
first still right now. I think he's still first out of the three right now, in my opinion, right now.
Right. Like, imagine this. Haliburton had a talented teammate too, than De'Aaron Fox. I wouldn't be mad, but people about to laugh at this. I'm not comparing them and saying they're on the same level. But people, because of the LaMelo fan train, was like, nah, it's not what y'all making it seem. Haliburton and, to me, off top, Haliburton and Edwards have played with way more better talent than LaMelo. Whenever you get finished. That's not to say, with me saying this, that Rozier and Hayward are not talented. They're just not on the talent level of Fox and Karl Anthony Towns. Like, come on now.
Exactly. And people don't see the regular people don't see that with LaMelo Ball because they don't really watch Charlotte like that. You know? They don't really watch Charlotte like that to see what the hell he playing with out there. It's crazy. You know, and Mitch still didn't make a move for him yet. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, I've been watching some NBA replay highlights from the season. There's like a ton of highlights that are not even on YouTube of LaMelo, like really showcasing. Like, wow, this should be like front. Well, not front, but should be in the highlight reel of ESPN's segment or whatever when they do their top 10. And he's not. He hasn't been on that rotation, on that top 10. I mean, I'm not even done yet. I think I'm just like in December. I know he had some injuries.
Yeah.
But he had some great outings.
Right.
Shit, look at his rookie year tape. That man was on a mission, you know, try to help the team win at anything, try to be effective on the court. He was attacking closeouts. Whew. You know, like, he still got work to do though. I ain't saying he perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we all agree. He's still, he's on the right track.
But yeah, Mitch didn't even make a move yet, a significant move, I think, yet. Except for I give him Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller because they could play around LaMelo. You know, they could play around him. You know, and LaMelo is a great passer, so he's gonna find them.
Yeah. If I'm being honestly positive, Miami. I mean, not Miami, Milwaukee, maybe. Because I was thinking about Dallas until they made their recent moves about where Terry and Gordon could go.
You have faith, Purple Baby.
Yeah, too much. I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Charlotte cannot get rid of Terry contract, man. That shit is terrible. Like, $25 million for a guy that averages only 20, and he plays a lot of minutes. So it's like that's all you could give us, 20. And then he's not gonna want to go on the bench. You've seen that already with the Celtics. So it's like they stuck with them, man. And I think Hayward have I think he has the better chance of coming off the team, getting traded or bought out. In my opinion.
Are they going to try to fix every single deficit in one season? Are we in the middle of this quote unquote building phase for the Hornets?
I think they got 1 foot in rebuilding and 1 foot in winning because of the way the contracts are set up with Terry. Terry got an incentive where he got to play at least 65 games and make the second round playoffs. So I think they want to honor that. So they want to try to make the team have that attitude where we're coming out to win. But I don't think it's respectable as in team wise, the roster wise. It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
And shit. All I'm saying is, man, we just gotta wait till Brandon Miller's on the court with Lamelo, who he's actually gonna be playing with. We already know what Charlotte does during summer league. I don't know if you watched their summer league in the past 2 years, because that's when I started watching it.
Yeah.
They have never had a point guard besides probably Theo Maledon and Jalen Crutcher, and they got rid of those guys, and they couldn't even bring us the point guard they got now off the bench. What's his name? The Robinson kid. He's short. He's number 26. He actually passes the ball. He looks to pass the ball, which is good because he's a point guard and he wants to score too. So they don't even play him like that either. I know why though. I know why they're not playing him to start. I know why. It's because they gotta see what they got in Book Night, man. And Book Night not showing it right now. I don't know what they want him to be, but I really don't know. I'm clueless, man. That's the most clueless team I've seen in my life. I can't even predict what they want to do. Shit, we have to just wait, I guess. Whew, it's gonna be a crazy season though.
Yeah, I seen the Spurs just gave Pop a 5-year extension.
Yeah, we was waiting on that one. Come on, He got Wemby. He got 5 more years to sit in that chair and just talk up Wemby, try to make something respectable out that team. He could do it though. They got talent, man. They got talent on that roster. They got talent.
Yeah, I've been looking at the other players. Wemby's he's surrounded by some decent guys.
Yeah, man. So that's the thing. The Hornets team is the only team that can go winless in the summer league, which is crazy. They have some top picks on that team. And it's wow. How do you go winless? I believe they'll go winless this summer league too. And they're gonna blame it on Brandon Miller, regular, So it's cool, bro. I'm taking all the shots for Brandon Miller. I'm waiting until he gets to the NBA roster, man. That's what I'm waiting for to see. That's what I'm waiting for. Shit, man. Nick Smith is a chuck. If you look at the game, they all put their head down when they go into the rim. They don't even have their head up, little hezzy, try to look for someone open. Miller be open, and other players be open. Not only Miller. They don't hit nobody, bro. They just want to score that shit. They don't care.
I'm old school, so I come from that. I'm gonna get mine, or I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get mine mentality over hoping that someone may be open if I don't have a good angle. If I'm committed to leave the ground, 9 times out of 10, I'm looking to finish that damn whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, but one of them has to run the point guard. So you telling me no one's on the Cause I'm not gonna make Brandon Miller run the point guard, and he's obviously not running the point guard right now.
No, it's a totally different game anyway. Today, there's no way anyone would be able to do anything with that type of mentality today. So yeah, you have to be aware. Your court awareness,
Yeah, that's
it
it.
has to be much more on point now.
And I think Brandon Miller got high IQ, you know, and that's what you need to win. You need some high IQ basketball players as well, not only skill. Shit, you need to be decently smart, man. Like not even on some grade A plus shit, like on some B C plus shit. Like you see the man open, hit him. Trust your teammates. Shit, you the point guard. You you're coming out starting as the point guard. No matter if you don't want to play point guard, you have to play the point guard. So show us that you can play make at least. Then they probably wouldn't be on Book or Nick Smith head so much. You know, I'm giving Nick a pass though, cause he might be the replacement for Book Knight, but he's definitely not a point guard.
Yeah, you never can tell.
What you say?
Yeah, he might be the replacement. Like I said, we're strictly speculating over here, depending on
Exactly.
trying to guess on what they thinking, how they thinking.
Shit, you know, you can't, man. You can't think of, you can't. It's like they think of a whole different spectrum, man. They have a whole different plan mindset about the
Yeah.
game. But some other summer league guys, like I'm seeing Keontae George. You know, I think he could be something special for the Jazz. You know, no matter where he comes from. I don't think he's going to the G League. I don't think so. What about you?
Yeah, from what I've seen, I'm not sure what their current roster is, but yeah, he can start.
As far as your answer to Keontae George, I think it depends what they do with Clarkson and Sexton. That's
Sexton, that's the other guy I was trying to think about. My bad. Go
uh
ahead.
yeah, that's the only two players that's in his way
Yeah.
is them two. And all he got to do to start over them is play defense and shoot consistently
Yeah.
at a good rate. And I don't think that's hard to do.
And I see what you saying. Was saying yesterday about his shot chucking. Like he don't like he take any shot. Shit, he's shooting. He's building a crib right now. If you're looking at what he's doing right now in the court, he's playing right now.
Who they playing?
I think he finished. Oh, let me check.
Yeah, I think it just finished. They were playing what, the Grizzlies? No, that was last night. The Timberwolves.
Mm. Because don't get me wrong, I think Keontae George can be a fantastic player, but Lord Jesus, that shot selection, my Lord. I'm like,
Well, he had 26, 5 for 10 from the 3 point line, 9 for 15 from the field. So that's efficient.
You let it go.
Shit.
I need him to keep doing that because they'll put in a good word from him at Utah. So that's the only thing that kept him. I think to me personally, out the top five was them NBA teams was like absolutely not. You not had to. No, hell no.
He remind me of a little bit of Devin Booker though, like shot selection wise. I don't think he
When
got
he
the
first
body.
came in, when Booker first came in, or
Yeah, when he first came in,
yeah,
shit, he got the potential to score like 50 if they let him. he put the shots up. I think he can come off the bench. That's his floor right now. I think he can come off the bench easy.
I can see that. Somebody asked a question. They said which rookie from 2 years ago. What was it? Which rookie from 2 years ago will bounce back this year? Which is Barnes. They put Barnes, Mobley, Green, or Cade.
Up in the air. Either one of the three.
So give me Cade. I think Cade got something to prove. They sleeping on him low key.
I agree. I don't hear nobody talking about him.
Green gonna have to try to find his shots with. I think he's still gonna have a lot of his shots there, but I don't think he's gonna be taking a lot of them wild shots with Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks there, playing defense and shit, and you taking these 36-foot threes, step back.
Right.
Like he out there still playing like it's high school. He don't give a fuck. And what you think they're gonna do about Kevin Porter Jr. though, man? Like that's a talent.
I think much like Josh Christopher, they just waiting
Josh
on
Christopher,
somebody not younger, but somebody to develop and come out the ranks, and I think they'll get rid of him.
you know, whatever team he go to, man, he's gonna be a problem, man. Hopefully a good team, like a decent team that need him and can play him right. He's
Right.
a bucket, man. He's a bucket, and he got IQ. He's not a dumb player. He got IQ too. He's not dumb. And I'm not gonna lie, he's a willing defender. I seen him lock up Lamelo Ball a couple plays. I was shook. I was like, whoa. You know, he was pressing up Lamelo, stopping him from dribbling, because you know Lamelo tall, so you got to start that dribble high.
Right.
And get low. But he was in Lamelo's grill, man. I was feeling bad for Lamelo. No cap.
But the thing that concerns me about him, I don't think personally he consistently plays that way.
It's because he's been a bucket. Like, if you look at his G League games when he got to the Rockets first, like before they put him on the court, starting his team, man, he dominated the G League, like 30 games, 25-point game, 30-point game. He had a 40-point game. He was dominant. So I think if Ime could talk to him and make him come off the bench and be a six man, six man of the year probably. If you buy into that role, oh my God, it's gonna be a problem. Bench him.
Right.
Whew. Him, A-man. Whew. Start getting
Yeah, I
dicey.
agree with you.
But people saying Scoot might not play against Brandon Miller. What's going on with that? I'm seeing that in the streets.
Come on, the summer league.
Yeah.
Is somebody protecting Miller?
I don't know, but I'm hearing Scoot. I think they're gonna shut him down, but they ain't say it yet, so I'm not gonna say it and say it like.
I heard it. I heard it too from mainstream.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, because I don't think none of these teams want a Chet Holmgren situation again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. But Miller's still playing. Shit. I think he's gonna finish up the summer league.
Even though he's been like, I don't like that commentary either, because I think it was Amon. Yeah, because Asar, they ain't been talking about him. But Amon got hurt. And I seen today somebody was like, well, yeah, these guys that y'all said is better than Miller, look at them, they got injured. And I'm like, injuries happen, my guy. My God, which is why typically sometimes you see these teams put these guys out for maybe a summer league game or two, but after that they send them down to prevent that.
Yeah, because they good too. Scoot, don't get me wrong. I know I want Miller over Scoot any time of the day, but Scoot, I think Scoot always needed his own team. Like, he couldn't have his own team with the Hornets, and I don't think his mindset doesn't show that he want to take a back seat. Shit, if you saw his interview he had when he just got drafted, how you gonna ask for number 0? How you know? First of all, how you gonna say to the reporters, I wanted 0, but obviously the number's taken? Like, that's common sense.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What you mean? That's Dame. So he disrespecting Dame.
No, he's not. He's not. He's respecting Dame. He's saying I wanted number 0, but obviously that ain't gonna happen.
But you don't say that.
Giving
You don't say
respect
that,
to Dame. Why not?
You gotta be
He's
like,
showing his personality.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. So do you think that he would have taken a backseat to Lamelo? Because that's Lamelo's team.
He wouldn't have to take a back seat. Lamelo lets everybody eat. Lamelo makes sure everybody eat. So he wouldn't have to take a back seat. Lamelo LaMelo lets everybody else. When LaMelo's in charge, everybody else plays their best game. It would have been the same thing with Adam Scoot.
Okay, I agree with that. You see, I'm objective. I agree with that because Lamelo does play like that. But let me ask you another question: Do you think he would have started on this roster when the NBA season started on the Hornets roster if they drafted him?
They probably would have tried to do the whole bench thing like they did with LaMelo, have him behind Terry Rozier, but eventually he would start. They probably walk him on slow.
So you would have liked that? Like you would have been okay with that though?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they did the same thing with LaMelo. A lot of people didn't like it, but I got it. You don't want to give it to a guy right off the back. Sometimes you want to slowly give him the reins, little by little. So I mean, it's a method. I don't hate it, but it's a method.
And I agree with you. If they was winning or whatever it is.
I mean, you don't even got to be winning. I mean, taking hold of a franchise is a huge thing. Period. So like you don't want to. Sometimes you just don't want to throw that on a person.
And that's true, but really.
Yeah, like she said, if those games turn into W's, you got a lot of support. You got media coverage. I mean, everything is going good for you. But as soon as you start tanking and losing games,
right?
Yeah, you're the man. You're still the man. even if your numbers hold up. So we've seen this. Well, I've seen it coming up when Jordan came out. When Jordan came out, yeah, in Chicago he was God, but the rest of the league still, looked at him as selfish and one-way player.
I mean, it's kind of above us now. But that Terry question, to me, like it looks like all signs are pointing towards Portland starting Scoot with Dame and bringing Simons off the bench, which I agree with. But it's like, if Portland can make that decision about benching Simons, why can't Charlotte make that decision to bench?
Well, we don't know if Portland's making that decision. You're chasing after a feather with that one.
No, they did say that. They said he was going to be a part of their starting lineup. They already said that.
Who said that? Who said that?
Portland did.
No, who?
Whoever
not a
works
person.
in
Who said that?
Portland's organization. Scoot's not coming off the bench. They said he was starting.
So where I want to know what person was it? The general manager? Was it the head coach?
I don't know.
Was it the owner?
Somebody speaking to the media though.
Yeah, but so who was it? If it was a person,
whoever got permission to speak to the
media. Because I listened to the general manager today. I listened to the general manager today, and he was talking about how Simons could fill it up, and he turned himself into a real deal efficient scorer and primary ball handler.
And I agree with you. But it's like, why draft? Same questions with Miller, where we was like, why draft that player and you gonna put him on the bench?
I mean
they don't really need the scoring.
That's what a lot of teams do. You draft a player, you bring him on slowly, and then you give it to him. It's you like I don't understand like why y'all are against that so much. Like I don't get it. It's a long season.
I don't believe in doing that if you're
It's an 82-game season.
I don't believe like the Lakers can do that. Boston can do that. Milwaukee can do that. Phoenix, even though I don't think they're gonna be good in the playoffs, they can do that. If you're not winning, you shouldn't be sitting a top 3 pick on your bench and telling them in favor of a more veteran player that's not helping you win. That's helping you.
But you're not in training camp with them, though. You don't know what training camp looks like. You're not there with them.
And I agree with
you.
So
they can say I don't think this guy's ready to be our primary ball handler on every possession for a whole game. I don't think he's ready yet.
So
there's nothing wrong with that.
So with that logic, you would agree if San Antonio came out at the beginning of the year after trading Jakob Poeltl and didn't start Wembanyama. You would agree with that after the last couple of seasons they had?
Nah, it's not about whether I agree with it or not. Every coach, every organization is different, and I understand the process. I'm not bucking against that. That's what it is. I'm not saying I'm in agreement with it or not. I could care less, really, because if they're the real deal, if they're the cream of the crop, then they gonna rise to the top, and it shouldn't take too long. Ain't nothing wrong with fighting for your spot. You can't have everything just handed to you from day one. It don't matter if you're on a losing organization or a winning organization. It don't always work like that.
But 9 out of 10, when it don't work like that, those guys leave, which is what the NBA was trying to fix. They leave those markets.
I'm 50-50 on it, man. Like, can I say they messed up LaMelo's career a little bit by making him come off the bench for Devontae Graham? I don't think so. But he missed out on certain learning aspects, like the fourth quarter. You know, he was barely playing that. If you watch the games, he was always getting sit out in the fourth quarter. That's weird. Like crunch time.
Yeah, but he's an excellent player today. So did it really hurt him?
But now he's starting to learn all of that with Cliffy now, because James Borrego was being weird.
Yeah, he started for James Borrego for what, 2 seasons, right?
But
Yeah, but he was
Yeah, what are you talking about? He closed out the games for James Borrego for
in his
2
second
seasons,
year.
bro. What are you
In his
talking about?
second
no,
year.
he didn't. We're not gonna lie like that. No, he didn't.
He
In his
did.
second year.
No,
No, he didn't.
how many years did he play with James Borrego?
He
Two.
played with him for
Okay. So
And
when did he start starting?
year 2, I think.
So he
No,
didn't
it
start
might have
year
been
one?
year
No. He started like I think it was like 40
halfway
games
through the
into the
season
season.
in year 1. But once Devontae came back healthy, he was getting benched in fourth quarters.
Yup.
He didn't close out the games for them. He didn't really start letting him do that, I think, until year 2. But even that was suspect.
Exactly. Like even when he shot that three on the Bucks, man, I think he broke the play, because I think he was supposed to take a dribble because they had more time. If he would have took more time, because he would have known that if he was getting played in those positions, he could have wasted a little more clock. So Giannis would have finished that game off with that layup on PJ bum ass. So he took that three hella quick, like, and he made it though. You know. But he left mad clock on the time, man. That's Giannis, man. It just take him 10 steps to get to the paint.
LaMelo started 51 games his rookie year. All right. That's
I said 40 or 30 games he got put in
that's
at the starter.
that's well over. No, it wasn't 40 because
I
it
said
can't be
40 or
40.
30. 40 or
Yeah,
30, I said.
okay, yeah. So I mean, there's nothing. He started more than half the season. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no. I mean, I get it.
But
You don't
even
like it.
whoa. Even when he
hold
did,
on, real quick. I get it. You don't like it, but it did not hurt his development at all. He's an excellent player.
I disagree. It did. It did hurt because the steps that Anthony Edwards and Haliburton took within that same year, Lamelo was clearly
Haliburton didn't start his first year either.
rightfully so. De'Aaron Fox is way better than Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham.
Yeah, but he could have played next to him. He could have played next to him.
I forgot who was the 2 guard next to him though.
Yeah, somebody that don't even have a name no more.
I think Buddy Hield was still on the team. Matter of fact, and that's
it was Buddy Hield was coming off the bench. Buddy Hield was coming off the bench.
No, he wasn't.
He was. I live in Sacramento. Sacramento's my team. Buddy Hield was coming off the bench.
So when they got Haliburton, Hield wasn't starting.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Are you sure? Because I don't know what other 2 guards they had.
I'm just saying, hold on. I'm just saying with LaMelo, if you watch those games that he did start in his rookie year, he was getting plugged out the fourth quarter when it was like 10 seconds and it was a game-winning play for defense. Really?
Yep.
That's disrespectful to a person's mentality, bro. You just diss me like that? You gonna put me on the bench because I can't play defense like you say? Shit. And we seen LaMelo play. He's a willing defender. A lot of players is willing defenders. Like if they in that moment, they trying to get back, they're going to play defense. I'm not saying he's the best defender. He's not. I'm going to be honest. He's not the best defender. And that's okay because he's a scorer. You want him to score. Because he can score. He's very creative with that ball in the center. He take a lot of shots that people was like, whoa, he took that? And when he make it, they shut up. He's gonna miss some too. He's gonna miss some too. Obviously, there's a miss on Make League. We all know that, bro. But that's crazy how they slowed him down, in my opinion, man. Shit, he got the Rookie of the Year, only starting 50 games of his rookie season. That's crazy. And that was to spite them. Imagine if we played all them games starting. I wasn't getting spot minutes and shit like that.
Are his teammates finishing his passes like in a percentage, like for every ten times Melo gives it up on a fast break, whatever, wide open. Are they hitting them?
Hell no. Come on,
Ah,
man. They would have been winning a lot of games, in my opinion. Some of them be fumbling the ball. Whew. It's like, come on. And you seen Con Joe's fumble a pass too. Like, I don't even know what they're gonna do with him.
I
How you
lost.
fumble a pass?
I was watching one game for the first time, like my first time really watching wire to wire, and man, I got lost track of all those fucking no look passes, long court between the legs. I mean, these are
Exactly.
like Magic Johnson type passes. I'm like, yo, y'all can't knock this shit down. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Yo, he had a highlight. He had a highlight of the Heat. He did some no look shit with one hand the whole time. And
Right.
Cody bricked that shit. Cody bricked. They showed that shit in the highlight. He bricked that three, bro, wide open on the fast break. Whew.
Freaked it wide open, man.
Imagine that's Brandon Miller in that corner. Cha-ching. Cash it. Cash it.
Hell, I could have made that shit.
Shit, give me that three. For
Man,
any I'll take the open threes all day if I were that team.
especially if you know the dude can ball, man. If he's giving you a pass, man, you gotta at least make it look like it's gonna be something.
Shit, make it look like he's serviceable. He's worth
That's
the
what I'm
money.
saying. Front rim that shit, get it in the net, and if we go in and out, hey, that's a shot. If you breaking the ball, you're not even getting close. You fumbling it. I mean, they're fucking. Whew.
Shit, like shit with him and Mark Williams, man. I think that's gonna be a dynamic duo, barring injuries.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a dynamic duo, man, right there. That
yeah,
pick and roll they was running with him and Mark Williams, bro. If you watch the tape, it's just easy. It's run to the lane. The big man is scared of Lamelo's floater, and he don't even know if he forgot Lamelo capacity. Nigga,
right. That's
Lamelo
the
threw
thing.
that shit up.
That's still a league wide. I don't think the league has been put on notice.
They still don't know. They still playing. They don't know how to play him in the pick and roll, really. Shit. His last 10 games, he averaged 25.
I saw that. I saw his numbers.
When he had Mark Williams and he was healthy. You feel me?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But he got to get healthy though. That's the only worry I'm with. I hope he's working out, eating, or some shit, some magical shit that Giannis did. You need to get stronger. You have to get stronger, bro. That's how you get them weak ankles and shit. Ankles bursting in half and shit every 5 games, bro. You know, and it happens though. But I'm not scared of the ankle injuries because that shit light to come off of. That shit's light. You just gotta get stronger and trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Feel me? Shit. But
Well, hopefully that 260 mil help him relax.
word.
Get him
Get some. Yep.
So they're taking out Wimby and Scoop for the rest of the summer league. That's all.
Wait, they reported that?
Yeah, Spurs said they seen enough, and that's it.
What about school?
I did see that he was not going to return from player. I think it was a team trainer.
I think I seen that too, but I'm trying. I gotta find that shit because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be saying he ducking. Though. A lot of people saying that he ducking Brandon Miller. He ducked Wemby already.
yeah.
So I ain't gonna say nothing.
Who's ducking who?
No, a lot of people is saying that that school is ducking Wemby and Brandon Miller.
And you believe that?
Hell no, come on. He was
Okay.
hurt. He was hurt. They dragging him. They trying to start some
Oh.
shit. I don't believe that. But I think the team gonna be slow. Like they're not gonna bring him. I don't know if they're gonna want to bring him back though. But I think he want to come back because he is a competitor. He looked mad when the Rockets were scoring on their defense. Like he was livid. You know, he really
Yeah,
want to
Scooter
win.
dog. Scooter real dog.
Nah, yeah, I already know he's nice.
Yeah, real dog.
Like, he already was in the NBA system, so the pick and roll looked already so easy to him.
Absolutely.
So it's just I seen them going underneath the screen, but he just got to work on his, you know, his three. That's it. It's just the three that scared me because it was going under a little bit before he got injured in that second quarter.
Yeah, but I mean, but he can manipulate that. Like he's not just because somebody go under the screen don't mean he has to shoot the three. Like he's got options still. He's still uber athletic. He's uber fast. He's uber strong. He already said he doesn't do what people give him. Like he takes what he wants.
So. I see it. He can really get downhill.
Absolutely. And that would have been the cold part with him and Lamelo. He'd have been able to get downhill and play make. Lamelo would have been open for threes. It'd have been raining.
That's Lamelo's team, man. If Lamelo's okay with the pick, I'm okay with the pick, man. That's his team. His team, man.
Shit, he probably if he wanted Brandon Miller, he probably looking like damn gang.
Nah, I don't think he's worried because he knows Book Knight. He know Book Knight already, man. Book Knight does not pass the ball.
Book Knight is ass officially.
Book Knight disappointed me, man. And shout out to Brooklyn because he's from Crown Heights.
Book Knight. Oh yeah, shout out to Brooklyn, but Book Knight is ass officially.
Yo, I don't know. I don't know if they tell him do one shit and he like, yo, fuck that. I'm doing this shit. So I don't know what they doing because
yeah, he's just not a good NBA player.
He looks out of flow sometimes. Like he doesn't look like he in the same. And I was saying that he was. Huh?
Go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just saying that. I was saying the other day to Gemini that Book Knight, I think, is the organization fault. But come on now, I just realized it. I keep forgetting he played in the summer league 3 years straight.
Right.
So God damn, you gotta dominate, and he was dominating the G League. So what happened?
Yeah, he's not motivated. He doesn't have a high motor. He's not motivated. He's very lackadaisical. He doesn't care. He has no will to win. You know, it's just that type of guy he is. You know.
But I think Charlotte is a factor in that too. You got to put like 25% on Charlotte.
I mean, well, everybody takes blame. Every organization has some blame to take for any player that doesn't work out. But overall, like I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna say it clean. Book Knight is ass now.
Nah, he's ass now. Fourth game, I don't know, man. Yeah, you can't really explain his game because the 4 games is just shit.
Can't really explain.
Yeah, he doesn't play with enough intensity, you know. Like he doesn't have enough lift on his jump shot.
My fault.
No, I was just gonna say he doesn't have enough lift on his jump shot. He's not playing with intensity. He's not playing with force. So it's like, yo, you 6'4", 6'5", and you don't play with force. I don't understand this. It's not gonna work like that.
And he got the skill set though too. Like he got the athletic shit. Like he could do it, but
yeah, he's a smooth player. He is. He's a smooth player.
He just don't. He's not using it. It's just like you're not doing what you. He bummed some layups though. He bummed some layups.
There was a player. Yeah, he did bump some layups. Yeah, that's when I officially his ass when I see him bump layups in summer league. I was like, damn, yo. But he reminds me of like actually Hughes was a good defender, but I was gonna say it reminds me of Larry Hughes how he didn't pan out. Like it's a player that you say he got all the talent in the world. He could be a really good player, but somehow, some way, he just can't put it together on the floor. That's what Book Knight is.
And I think they was playing that mind game on him too, and he fucked up and lost the mind game. Because Lamelo ain't lose the mind game with the off the bench shit. You know, he fought through that shit, and rightfully he earned the money. But I think Book lost it when he remember that shit with James Borrego. I think he just
I do remember that.
Defeated by that coach. That coach
they should have played him though, because they were getting blown out in a lot of situations, and they still weren't playing him. And I was like, damn, y'all doing it like that?
He probably not doing something in practice.
Right. He ain't giving them what they want. He's not giving them what they want. It's just like James Wiseman for the Warriors.
Yeah.
He
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
giving
yeah.
them what they want. Yeah, he's not a bad player by any means, but there's a certain thing that they're looking for, and he's not giving it to them.
Yeah. How you think that's gonna work actually with Durant is so explosive too? Shit, man. I don't know how they're
I
gonna
think
make it.
Wiseman is good. I think Wiseman is good.
Who
I think
starts though?
Wiseman. Both.
You think both of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think they did it like that for a couple games last season. I don't see why not.
That's gonna be crazy. It's one more player I've seen that hasn't been, being explosive like he's supposed to be in the summer league. Jaden Ivey. I didn't see nothing splash with him. You
Nah,
didn't
I
see the
agree.
flashes.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
didn't see the flashes on the internet. Like, you didn't see shit about him.
Yeah, Jaden Ivey not looking. He not looking like him. But I haven't watched Detroit during the regular season, so I don't know. But I just don't think he's a. Jaden Ivey better become a lockdown defender. I'll tell you that. He better become a lockdown defender.
Shit.
Because you got to carve out a niche.
So you saying Asura got damn, they got a lot of people in there. I'm trying to remember the roster right now. Because they got Cade, and Cade was hurt that last season a lot, right? Because I didn't see a lot too much of him. I don't know. I heard he was hurt. But they was tanking too. So I don't know what they were doing over there with Cade.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. Yeah, Cade was hurt last year. But I don't know too much about him. About the Detroit.
Because they got Monty now. So that's what you got to watch that team.
Well, who do you think is better at Haliburton than Lamelo? That's what I want to know. Who do you think is better?
I think Lamelo. Man. I got to take Lamelo. If I'm a GM,
tell me
I'm
why.
building around him.
Tell me why.
Because man, he makes his players better. He's very unorthodox with the ball.
Tyreese does too.
He's not unorthodox with the ball like Lamelo though. Tyrese says he's gonna shoot it.
Tyrese is unorthodox. Yeah, Tyreese is unorthodox.
He's not that. He's not that like Lamelo though. Lamelo is a different type of flash.
I'm not saying he is like him. I'm just saying he is unorthodox. Like they both better. Everything you say, I'm just seeing if the other one has it. You're telling me why Lamelo is better.
I was gonna get to defense. I think Lamelo plays better.
Yeah. Go ahead, get there. Oh shit.
I think he does.
Oh shit.
I watched Haliburton highlights when he got to pay $260. I need to go watch more tape, but I didn't see him play defense like that. I ain't watched a lot of games either. So go.
You talking about Haliburton?
Yeah, like I don't see him. I see him get blown by a couple of times. I don't see I think Lamelo is right there with him, tied up or a little bit ahead.
Lamelo.
What happened?
Wait, hold on. You see Tyreese Haliburton get blown by. What happens to Lamelo?
Yeah, but I seen Lamelo willingly play defense on certain possessions though. He don't look like he played defense. He's out there to play defense a little bit. Nothing at all. Like, he's in the corner. If Lamelo get matched up with Tatum or someone like that, he gonna bump him. He might fucking foul him, but at least he's trying. I didn't see that with Haliburton. And I see most of
Haliburton got more dust on him. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
And then hold on. And his 3-point shooting, I know he got 40%. I seen the stats already, but I seen the gameplay, and he shoot mostly catch and shoot, not really off the dribble like that. Sometimes.
No, he does not. No, he does not. You just say you don't. Hey, just say you haven't watched Tyreese Haliburton, man. Just say that. Just say that.
What you mean? I watched him as soon as he got paid.
Your assessment of him. No, because I don't get what you're saying. Like
what?
Tyreese
So you saying he can
Haliburton
shoot
is
off
a
the
better
dribble like
defender
Lamelo?
than Lamelo.
Hold on, he can shoot off the dribble like Lamelo?
Yeah, he can shoot it off the dribble. Yeah, he can shoot
no,
off
that
the
shit is ugly. His jump shot is ugly.
It might be ugly, but he
it don't matter if it's ugly.
I'm telling you, I seen it. He didn't shoot off dribble shot. He shot catch and shoots.
I'm not that. Like I'm letting you have that Lamelo's better than Tyreese right now, but I'm listening to your reasoning, and I know you don't watch. You probably don't pay attention to Tyreese.
He's vanilla as hell. He's a carbon copy of Lamelo, just plastic. Lamelo's metal.
You're just being disrespectful now.
I I don't think he should have got paid 260 either.
So you don't have a breakdown. You don't have a breakdown. So now you trolling. That's where you at with it.
No, I'm saying he's a carbon copy. That's something good.
No, but that's where you at with it. So you don't have a breakdown. So now you gonna troll. That's what you gonna do.
How am I trolling? He's literally another Lamelo Ball. He literally plays the same as him. He tries to play like him.
So, Joey, would you get mad if I said LaMelo Ball is the plastic version of Steph Curry or Trae Young?
You can't really say that because he's taller than both of them. He can't get abused like that on defense like how they do sometimes. We've seen Trae Young already get abused.
LaMelo be getting abused, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Hell no.
LaMelo be playing Matador defense. I don't know what you talking about.
Hell no. Wait, when he was playing with Plumlee or Mark Williams?
Bro, LaMelo is a capable defender, but he is not always engaged. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I never said he was always engaged. I'm saying when he's willing to play defense,
people go right by him sometimes. What are you talking about?
Yes, I agree. I never said he was the best defender. I think he still has more than Haliburton defensively.
What's up, Purple Baby?
Do you think LaMelo is fast but slow at the same time?
Yeah, I think LaMelo is quick, but he's not. I think LaMelo is. How would I say it? I agree with you. I agree. I think what you just said, I agree with that. Yeah.
Because when I watch him on defense, that's what I think. I'm like he ain't slow. Like to me, Luka and what's that man's name from Memphis?
Bane.
Not Bane.
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. When I seen, it's not funny, but when I seen him guarding Steph Curry, I think it was a regular. I was like, he's slow as hell. Like LaMelo ain't slow like that, but he's slow. Like I was like,
I agree.
Like slow.
I agree.
I was like, damn, dog.
LaMelo is fast with the ball. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Fast with the ball, but he's not just in blazing speed.
It ain't too many guys that's twitchy like.
Right.
Twitchy defender.
I mean, Ja Morant is twitchy.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about defender? Okay.
Defender. I mean, I agree with you offensively, obviously.
Yeah, a twitchy defender is like Patrick Beverly, basically.
Yeah,
he's like a twitchy. Like he just responds very quick.
Yeah.
I've seen Trae Young get his ankles broke.
Yeah, Trae Young ain't no good defender either.
Not even an argument. Like, yeah, I already know that.
Trae Young is a horrible defender too. Listen, LaMelo and Trae Young don't play no defense. I'm gonna say it clean. LaMelo is a great. He has a great knack for the ball, so he gets steals.
You breaking up a little. You good now? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you good now.
So LaMelo has a great nose for the ball. Like the ball could come off the rim, and he could tell by the way it's shot where it's going to bounce to. That's the type of nose he has for the ball. Yeah. That's why he rebounds so good too. But as far as just like playing defense straight up, like he's not doing that. He's not into that at all.
Right. And I agree with you because
Tyreese Haliburton will sit in his seat before LaMelo would.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, he does not. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Joey, but that is the truth. Like
Tyreese Haliburton.
I didn't watch LaMelo sometimes, and I'll be like,
because he has to choose, Purple Baby. Purple Baby, he has to score the ball. He has the floor general. He's the on-court coach. Shit, he got to take a break.
Tyreese do the same thing. Tyrese do the same shit.
Man, Tyreese be spotting up too sometimes, man.
Tyreese is the primary ball handler, bro. Don't nobody else handle the ball on what's it called on Indiana. Yeah, don't nobody else touch the ball.
And he passes the ball a lot. He give it up quick, and that's why he get his assists. I'll give it to him. He can pass the ball.
Bro, you do not know what you're talking about, bro. I gotta tell you, and it's the same thing from yesterday
Haliburton. I already been said it. Haliburton should never got paid $260. That's disrespectful to Ant-Man.
May I respectfully ask you why? Why do you feel like he shouldn't have got paid $260?
He does not move the needle. Locking him up for 5 years is not guaranteed no playoff.
I mean, they were in the 5th seed before he got hurt. What's up?
Well, injuries happen. We can't speak on it. If and with and if and if. He's not
Yeah, they
playing.
were. Yeah, I mean, they were in the 5th seed before he got hurt. So we'll see this year.
That's cool. And
We'll
Lamelo
see
was
this
in the
year.
4th seed when he was doing his thing until he got hurt.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. You got it. I don't
When the
remember
season
that.
first started, I think it was the second
I don't
season. They was the
remember
4th
that.
seed.
After 2 games,
I don't remember that. Yeah, he got hurt after 2 games. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what the hell you
His
talking about, bro.
second season. We're not talking about his 3rd season. He got hurt already a lot. We know that. But you had to lock up Lamelo. That was a guarantee. You're not
Yeah, and
guaranteed
they had to lock
Tyrese
up Tyreese.
Haliburton.
They had to lock up Tyrese.
Hell no. You can find one of those in the
No,
draft.
you can't. No, you
Anthony Black?
he averages 10 assists a game. Anthony Black is not about to
That's
average 10
great.
assists
He
a
has
game.
talent around him. They're gonna hit
Who's his talent?
Buddy Hield,
Who else?
Benedict,
Who else?
Miles Turner. Come on, bro.
That's C-level talent, bro.
That's disrespectful. Fuck. You know what people wanted Miles Turner? Miles Turner has more IQ than Plumlee.
he's also hurt a lot.
I don't like Miles Turner, as y'all heard me say.
A lot of people want him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good off this conversation with you, bro, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Prop up Haliburton.
Hey, remember?
He's vanilla as hell.
Y'all remember that Jay-Z song? I think it was. I forgot the song, but he was like, "A wise man told me don't argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who." So people in the chat might think I'm a damn fool because I'm going back and forth with you.
You're justifying paying Tyreese Haliburton $200 million.
But you already said why. Like why he didn't?
Because he does not move the needle. He does not guarantee you playoff contention.
What are you talking about?
To me, it sounded like you a Lamelo shaft rider, and you can't get props.
You was a school shaft rider. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not. A school shaft rider?
He was. I have never seen you say nothing bad about him at all.
You got to ask me questions. You got to ask me questions.
On, like you keep saying
you got to ask me questions.
Like, come on, bro.
You got to ask me questions, bro.
School shit, bro. Let's keep it a real, bro.
You got to ask me questions.
I don't give a fuck who get drafted where. I'm gonna support the nigga.
Yeah, you do care. You do care. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Hell
that's why you just said that, because you do care. You're trying to deflect right now. This is a deflecting tactic that you're doing.
You deflected and said I'm a Lamelo shaft rider. Yeah. But you have favorite players in the league too that you defend.
Nah, but look, you're not defending Lamelo. You're trying to put somebody else down to big up Lamelo.
No, I'm not. He's not worth $200 million. What the hell? He got shipped out of the Kings. You can't overbeat. What's his name? De'Aaron Fox. That's sad.
Hold on. De'Aaron Fox is an All NBA player. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know, bro. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro.
Bro, niggas acting like All NBA is some fucking holy grail.
That's the most coveted.
Randall got fucking All NBA. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, you or something else,
bro. Like, that's what I be talking.
Hey, y'all got it. Y'all go back and forth with him.
You standing for school and any other player you like. So what are you talking about? We all stand for a player we like. That shit is regular in any sport you watch. So that's why I be saying that shit is a useless conversation as well.
Shaft rider.
Like, what? That nigga was just sucking school dick yesterday.
Shaft rider. Bro, don't know.
Why?
Shaft rider. A
glazer. He didn't mention school.
You are a glazer and a shaft rider.
Quarter.
You are a glazer and a shaft rider.
In one quarter. That's bad drip, bro. That's not valid.
You are a glazer and a shaft rider.
He ended the game terrible, even though he got injured. So that's on him, but we have to go by what we see. Like, come on, critique. I never heard you say that he couldn't shoot. He need to work on his shot. All you say everything is good about him. Like, damn, critique the guy. You don't even know him in real life, probably. I critique Brandon Miller. I say he got to gain weight. I critique Lamelo. I say he got to gain weight. He got some frail ankles. That's critiquing. Other than that, he still needs to be more consistent. That's critiquing. I have never heard you say school can't shoot, bro. That's sad. And that's his main flaw. It's a shooting league. You have to be able to shoot.
Bro, you talking to yourself right now, bro.
But you just talk back.
No, I'm just letting you know you're talking to yourself. I'm just letting you know that. You're not having a conversation. You're talking to yourself.
You're having a conversation with me right now. What are you talking about?
So that NBA in-season tournament is going to be determined on how many games they win from the start of the season?
No, is
Yeah, how they
let me
gonna
go
do
look
one,
it up
two, three,
one more
four,
time.
five? Yeah. Who's
Let me
number
go look
one?
it up.
Yeah.
Stop. Can you stop? I need you to stop. You acting like a crackhead. I need you to stop. You is not itching that bad. Stop. Ugh.
Fox just started doing that, Dre, when he got Sabonis, bro. Remember that.
So it starts. Mm, when do it start?
That's what I'm saying. How do they know who's going to be number one, number two of those A B C D?
I'm looking for that.
Uh,
That shit is so confusing.
yeah, that's what I'm
I don't even know why they doing it.
saying.
Like that shit don't make
I
no
don't even know.
sense.
Shit, they Las Vegas has invested all this damn money. It look like the championship game gonna be in Vegas on December 9th.
Like
Mhm.
it's just like, come on, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if some star players sit out that shit. I doubt it though.
No, they ain't gonna sit out for a $500,000 paycheck, bro. For the
Mm.
winner. No, they ain't gonna sit that one out. No,
The,
especially if you a player on a roster and you don't get to play that much. Yeah, you ain't
the
sit that
the NBA Cup. Who will be winning the NBA Cup? What?
Mm.
What? Like,
The
come
word cup come from Euro, huh? The Euro soccer. Why are they using the
on.
word cup?
Exactly. I don't. They trying to add probably more accolades and
Get your
incentives
get out.
Yeah.
so the players can get paid. You know, you score, you make it to the,
Oh,
you dominate the fucking NBA Cup. You get paid.
okay. Because they really got a lot.
Yeah, you ran through it last night. I think all we got was A, B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, the group. Okay, if I understand this correctly, they going head to head within a conference.
Oh, who got more wins against the?
Yeah, but it's against the teams in that group. So the teams
Yeah,
is within that conference, but it's who head to head got the better record. Because in total, each group is gonna play 4 games against each other, if that makes sense.
right. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so based on how many teams, how many games?
Right.
Yeah, four. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
They talking about the knockout round in the prizes.
knockout round. Just the
It
name alone. That name alone, knockout. That has Vegas written all over it.
it says games played in the first and second rounds of the knockout rounds. Uh, basically the quarterfinals and the semifinals will count as regular season games for all purposes. Duh. And then they said the championship game is the only one that's not counted as a regular season game. So it's gonna be 2 teams that play 83 games. How splendidful. Um,
That won't count even if they're on the borderline for playoff seeding.
no, the championship game, the in-season championship game, in-season tournament championship game is the only game that does not count.
Oh, okay,
But all the other games count.
okay.
So it says in each conference, quarterfinal games will be hosted by the 2 teams with the best records in group play. So whoever got the best record in the, but I'm gonna let it go.
Is this their answer to load management?
Yeah, and making it more competitive as we keep putting out. It says in the event of two or more teams are tied for a higher seed in the conference, the tie among the teams will be broken following the same tiebreak tiebreaker protocols. So you know when the little thing and basically how it work in all sports with when they get tiebreakers
Yeah.
at the end like they split the season thing or however you say it when they play against each other and then they normally go off of the teams who play, which I don't know how you do it in basketball per se, but I understand it better in football. According to the record that you currently got, they go off of the teams that you played record, if that makes sense.
No,
I
I got.
don't know if it's like that in basketball because it's
I think
it's
it's the same way.
82 games.
I think that tiebreaker situation is the same way. The wins losses against that team.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing too much. My head is hurting trying to read this like real quick.
That shit's so confusing. I was watching the video. I'm like, what?
Oh my god. And Nico in the chat and won't join the panel because he could help me.
Yeah, I seen him trying to grill Adam Silver on an interview a couple months ago, right around the All-Star break, about that load management question, and he kind of dodged around it. But I had forgot he had already uh, came out during the bubble year and said this what you read now was going to take place. I didn't know he
Right.
was going to do it this year, though. I thought it was going to be a couple more years.
Yeah, we just didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
what the prize was gonna be.
But it was like that first year, it was only like a couple teams, a couple players, it seemed like the next season it was like load management. It was like a virus, boy. It was like shit. I'm taking load management too.
So, okay, here's another knockout detail. It says 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The teams with the best standings. Stop. Uh, the team. What? Yeah, with the best, I guess, records in the standings at that time. In group play games in each of the 6 groups and the 2 wild cards. The teams from each conference with the best records in group play games that finish second in its group, which is confusing. The knockout rounds will be single elimination games in the quarterfinals. Oh my god. Play. I'm about to kill him. Um.
That sounds like one and done.
Yeah, like it's stupid. Like Jesus Christ. All 67 games across both stages of the end season. It's 60. Oh,
Yeah,
will
I think
count
I got to
towards
give it a shot.
regular season standings, except for the championship game. Each team will continue to play the 82 game regular season, including those games that are a part of group play in the knockout rounds.
That shit gonna be so confusing.
Yeah, like oh my god. Just add the ninth and 10th seed to the playoffs and do it that way. Fucking
Or add further risk to injury. I don't know if it's going to be a benefit overall.
kick you
Yeah,
out.
are the fans getting more basketball in the winter? Uh, but is there pressure? Is there? I just see a I don't know. Maybe they tried to solve an issue that didn't require so much. Um, I mean, you don't really have a choice in this issue.
Okay, and then I guess this determines how. I'm gonna see if this makes sense to y'all. What group they in? So it says, before the drawing, each team was placed into a pot based on its record from the season prior, regular season prior. So last year's season
What?
record. Yes, and each conference, one team from each pot was randomly selected into each group. Basically, the teams that was asked. Um, Each of these three groups in that conference, the pots are as follows. Pot one, the team with the three best prior season records in each conference. Pot two, the teams with the fourth through sixth best prior season records. Oh, and we know the Hornets was at the bottom of the conference, so this is the only reason I'm saying this. Pot three, the teams with the seventh through ninth best season conference record. So the Hornets, the Pacers, and the Magic was all in that pot, and probably the Bulls too. In pot three. Pot four was the teams with the 10th to 12th best records. And then pot five was the teams 13th through 15th best prior season records. Oh my fucking god. This
So is all this going to determine the season games too, or is it?
Yeah, it counts in your wins, losses.
And see, at the start of the season, at the start of the regular season, right? Because yeah, as y'all is, I was trying to figure that out too. Also,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. They all still count as the regular season, except for that one championship $500,000 game.
Oh yeah, that's like okay, of course, right? Okay.
I'm tired of this. That gave me a headache reading that.
Uh,
Well, that makes
well,
it
let's,
even more confusing because so they're saying uh, these lower market teams, these lower seeded teams, are going to be playing each other,
I
or
mean, you
No,
know
the
what?
way they got it set up now, no. That just determines the record. So for instance, oh, let me pull it back up. The Hornets,
Oh,
you would have thought, think of it like this: the Hornets, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Wizards, the Magic. Who is in the bottom of the West? Um, who is in the you no Utah.
Utah, yeah, Utah,
Utah's in the bottom of the West, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Utah, yeah.
Oh,
Timberwolves,
San Antonio. We
yeah,
missing
Timberwolves,
some teams. San Antonio,
right,
OKC, they
yeah,
some of the bottom
okay.
teams.
So
Yeah.
out of those 8 teams, how you would assume it making sense is they would put those teams, they would divide them into fours, and they would put
Hmm.
all those teams in a group together, but they did not do that. They put each of those 8 teams in different groups, basically.
Hey, but you know what though? I mean, I can understand what the commissioner is doing. I
this
can understand what he's doing because that means in the beginning of the season though, shit, you gonna have to bring your A game. Shit, that's what I mean. I mean, it's probably good for the league, new ratings and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff is kind of confusing. I agree, but hey,
no, I get
like
I get what you're
Like,
saying.
like, like look at Charlotte for a second. Look at Charlotte. Charlotte, man, not one down fucking summer game. So shit. Look, if that's gonna count towards their season, um, a regular season game, Carmelo and them gonna have to come out the door. They're gonna have to bring that shit. They're gonna have to bring the A game. You know.
So I mean, yeah. So on paper, on theory, the way they got this set up, does it force teams to play at near or at playoff
Hell,
level all season?
hell yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Hell yeah. Shit.
That's players are gonna have uncharacteristic tendencies. I just based on hey, we got to make it to the playoffs and it's fucking October, and they got to do the same thing in January, and they got to do the same thing in fucking February and March. I don't know. That might work. It may get by this year. I guess I gotta see it. I gotta see it play out.
So shit, so it isn't easy for nobody though. Like think about the Lakers,
Right,
you
that's
got
what I'm saying.
everybody. The pressure on everybody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
teams that have been having cushions and clinching playoff spots, early in the season, all that shit is out, I guess.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting season though. I can't wait to see it. Man.
But I do agree with the bench time being at least addressed. Say, hey,
Yeah,
even if you
hey,
can't get production off the bench, we're gonna
hey,
get your ass up.
hey, Purple Baby, do you think it forced teams to bring the A game from day ones that it ain't no taking no ain't no breaks, you know?
And which starters are gonna wear themselves out all season long? This season.
Well, I know this shit.
Short list, ain't it?
Sure list. Like I said,
Who
you
you
know
know?
what?
But who gonna be there? We know. Big time star.
I mean, we already know some teams that's gonna more likely some of the teams is gonna make it to the playoffs, the favorable teams, but that might not be the case. You know what I'm saying? This time coming around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Lakers. Let's see, people thought LeBron was about to get that surgery. LeBron is not getting that surgery, y'all.
With
Just
this with this new
get y'all
deal
news.
coming
So
up,
LeBron's is training
gonna
right
get
now.
it.
Even though LeBron should get surgery right now, I said
Yeah.
LeBron wants to get the surgery. He gonna be out. He gonna have to be out to half the season. But I don't think he trusts his team that he got that's gonna do it because you can't really count on Anthony Davis like that. I mean, hopefully he at least plays 60 games this year. I mean, this season. I said hopefully that's the case because you know what, AD is due to for a max deal pretty soon, but do him due to being injury prone. I don't know if he's gonna get that deal or not, but we'll see.
So have the Lakers have they not seen uh Pelicans Anthony Davis to their potential?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, AD, I don't know, man. See, right now, the reason why AD get injured like he did, I'm just be honest with you, though, to what I found out about Anthony Davis. Like right now, he should be training right now in the gym. He's not in the gym right now. He's in vacation in Mexico somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why the fans get mad at him because okay, we know he's a good player. I mean, he's healthy. He's a top five center. No question about it.
Yeah.
But he's not training. He's not in the gym training right now compared to LeBron. LeBron, you got somebody that's old, that's older than you. That's about damn near be 39, knocking on 40. He's training right now, even though he know he should get surgery. But you know, so LeBron about to play a full season.
Yeah.
So Anthony Davis be like, should be ashamed of himself. Like, okay, damn, I should be doable too. You know what I'm saying? I'm way younger.
So
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
he from up here in Chicago, man. I'm up in Chicago. He a local hero. When he went to the Pelicans, dude, I was watching more Anthony Davis games than Bulls.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, only because of him. Even with when we had Devine and all them other motherfuckers that came over here. When he was with the Pels, shit in Chicago, Anthony Davis was the man. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. So man.
He went to
So
as soon as he put on that Laker uniform, he was like, "Yo, where AD go?"
yeah, but you know, yeah. My question is, I'm gonna see how many games Anthony Davis. I'm keeping a close eye. I'm gonna see how many games he's gonna be available for the season. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you got LeBron James playing down there 78 games, and you only play well, he played 60 this time around. Well, okay, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis should be playing these down there 75 games. I ain't gonna say 82 games. That'd be asking too much. Even though somebody that's 30 years old, you should be available for all 82. But you know what I'm saying? That's not for his situation. It ain't likely. You know.
I was watching Steph Curry and Chris Paul at the summer league game the other night. Um, he's
And
been
don't get
he's been injured the last few seasons for most of what I can remember ever since he was at
look.
fucking.
Chris Paul, you know what? Chris Paul's situation, he's adorable, but he's available for all. He played all the season games, but when it comes to playoffs, he a player, but he's liable to miss a couple of games in between. You know what I'm saying? So that's maybe something else he got to, you know what I'm saying, work on to in the off season. I mean, in the play, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, that's all it is. So maybe he pushing a little bit too hard in the season. Maybe he should, you know what I'm saying, it close to the end of the season, he should just you know what I'm saying, slow down just a little bit, maybe sit a couple of games. If he can sit a couple of games out, if he's, you know what I'm saying, able to do that, then they just rest up for the playoffs. Because, you know, yeah.
You got
'Cause
Curry, Clay Thompson, and Draymond Green on one team. I am not expecting you to go out and get Chris Paul. That caught me totally off surprise.
Well, I don't see that. I don't see Golden State with no championship, but I'm not gonna count them out though either though. But I mean, Steph, Draymond, Clay, and them, you know what I'm saying, been down that road together 4 times. They got 4 titles together. So what I'm saying is, I don't know. I don't see them in unless they have a good center. I don't know what. I don't know who their center is for Golden State. I mean, is a I don't know. Is it Kevin Looney? He should be okay, but I don't know. I don't know. I forgot who's coming off that bench. They got Kaminga. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what their bench looking like though. Yeah,
Yeah, the West should be interesting once again this season.
yeah. I'm trying. And I heard the Pelicans. Heard the Pelicans. I don't know what's up with Zion, but I heard Zion is well. I heard, you know, what I'm saying, I heard on the stream the other day that, you know, that Zion is still available. Whoever team that's willing to trade up for him, they're willing to trade up for him. He's available. I said that'd be crazy if that's really true.
Yeah, I hate the way this shit is going. I've been watching some uh, replays of the season on NBA TV as well. This game, he had some decent outings that I did not catch on ESPN for some reason. I mean, yeah, one. I think he had a breakaway one time. I don't remember seeing that as a highlight. I mean, I know I don't catch every show, but I should have caught that dunk when he did it. I mean, that's what made him famous. Nobody bought tickets to see Zion shoot jump shots. uh, you said Imani Bates. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Even though he missed a lot of games, the games that he was in, I mean, damn, he had like 20, 28 points one game. I think he had 30. Another highlight I saw. I've been missing a lot. He had a block even. Thought the old Zion was going to come back in that one play. 26 points a game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit, I don't remember no like low scoring or he had a lot of turnovers and shit or bad games where it made headlines. Shit, most of the shit I saw, shit, damn, balling based on the circumstances. You got CJ McCollum. You got people around you can put the ball in the hole. What's the date? 7-11 on the East Coast. But as far as the main topic, uh, Melo, Haliburton, Edwards. See, two of those players got Jordan on their jerseys. I don't know. It looks like Edwards has the better of the overall numbers. If you want to go all around player, you make a case for either one of those guys. I hope all three of them had the best they can be. Really, that's my honest opinion. It's tough. It's tough to put either one of these guys against the other guy based on what they can do. Shit, if I'm starting a franchise, shit, whoever's available of these three players, if I'm starting an NBA franchise, I'm not gonna be mad either way. Even if I got the last pick, my team gonna be good. But as I guess a personal reference, now like I said earlier, Lamelo's probably gonna give me the longest long-term blueprint of what I need. So I probably lean towards him. For those who say, "Oh, he just
Well,
yeah."
yeah, Melo, I don't know, man. Can he win the championship in Charlotte? I don't know, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
Brandon Miller. Even though I know Brandon Miller been highly criticized, he some of his games he didn't do too good, but he was kind of he's I think Brandon Miller to be okay. You know, what I'm saying he's not going to be starting anyway. The only time he probably will start is like because Miles Bridges is going to be suspended for the first, I think, 11 games of the season. So he might end up starting to, until Miles Bridges get back. Because we already know that Gordon Hayward was going to start due to the contract that he got. So he's not with the contract. Let's be realistic. I know some people said the other day on the stream that he's coming out. Gordon Hayward's coming off the bench. That's not going to happen. Simple fact is he's paying all that money. You know what I'm saying? Plus he's probably one of like the fewest white guys they got on their team. So you know what I'm saying. So that's another reason why he's gonna be starting small forward. Then when Bridges get back, he's gonna be this time power forward, and Brandon Miller gonna be coming off the bench, even though he's a second round pick. So
Which still wouldn't be a bad move.
I mean, not second round pick. I mean, number two pick. I mean, excuse me. So
Yeah, they're not losing anything from that strategy. That
no, they're not losing anything. And like I said, and Scoop Henderson, I know that some people thought that Scoop Henderson should come to Charlotte, which is a good thing he did because I think he's a better fit over there in Portland to what Portland need on a rebuild. Know what I'm saying? But the question is though, what I'm saying, is Damian Lillard still gonna go to Miami? If it's just this is his destination he wanna go. They're trying to get him over there because Miami need Damian Lillard right now, honestly, because the some fact is they see by Miami Heat losing Gabe Vincent to the Lakers due to the fact that what I'm saying that Miami tried to pay Gabe Vincent 24 million. Man, the Lakers offered him 33 and he took it. And he said he took it, and Gabe Vincent said he ain't only take it for it was $9 million more, but at the same time, he's closer to the crib. And you know what I'm saying? He said that Lakers got better leadership over there. That's what he said. So that's his reason for signing with the Lakers. So Miami, that could be a big loss. That's a big loss to Miami right now because Gabe Vincent is a damn good shooter. He's a pretty decent point guard. So they don't give him Damian Lillard, could put him back in some type of contention because I don't see Miami getting to all the way to the championship this year. No way, no way, no how. Not at all.
with the current roster.
No, not with the current roster. And unless they pick Damian Lillard up, like I said, then he can pick him up if they can get him on the 3-team trade deal. Going on, and they can still get them. They need to try to, get them now because I know free agency ends at the end of the month, right?
I think it's over now. You
Cause
talking about the deadline?
I'll tell you, the deadline for free agency is about to be over with. I know some teams still gonna make trades at the deadline and trades at at the deadline, but free agency ends at what the end of the month? Is it July 31st this time or is it August 1st?
August 1st.
Well, I find out though. Yeah. So, like I said, Miami still got no time if they can pick up. They need some help over there, definitely. Boston lost, and I don't know how Boston gonna recover. They lost Marcus Smart, so they're gonna be in trouble.
Could they afford him though? With that Jaylen Brown Supermax.
Yeah. They kept Jaylen. Let's say Jaylen Brown is over there. He still got Jason Tatum. Okay. Marcus Smart played defense, so you're gonna be missing one key. You're gonna be missing that guy. So it's not gonna be the same problem. So they're gonna, I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks should be okay. Even though I don't see the Bucks making no noise, and they're gonna make it to the playoffs, but no, they're not gonna win a championship. I don't know. It's gonna be a toss-up this year. I say with the Denver. I don't know if the Denver gonna win a championship. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? The Grizzlies, I don't know. The Grizzlies, I don't know what okay. Maybe John Moran mentioned the first 25 games. They say they got some, they picked up D Rose. That should, hopefully get them over the hump for those first 25 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Like I said, it's up for grabs, man. It's not gonna be, there's no gimmies for nobody. So, yeah, like I said, I know the best rookie. I know everybody's talking about who's gonna get to be a rookie of the year. But quite honestly, though, I'm not gonna even, I'm not gonna even, make that assessment until like the middle of the season. So whoever rookie team, if his team gonna make it to the I mean, to the playoffs, or you know,
Balling out, yeah. Even if they, yeah,
like I said,
if you're rookie of the year, that means your team wouldn't have been.
I know people talking about Chap Holmgren that he might be rookie of the year,
Yeah,
but I don't think he gonna get it though. That's just
yeah.
my humble opinion. Uh,
You got to ball
I,
out.
I I think
You got
I think the last game I see remember Yanni, he played a damn good game. So I think he got the jitters. I think that's most of these rookies he got the jitters all already. So he's probably gonna be getting ready for the season.
yeah,
Probably, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. They took him out. Yeah,
They gonna took him out, so he did what he needed to do already. So they're gonna have him in the gym for the rest of this for the rest of the summer. You know what I'm saying? He gonna you know what I'm saying, they're gonna get him right, which is a good thing to do. So he gonna be ready. San Antonio gonna be ready for the season. Don't be surprised if San Antonio go to the playoffs.
So, the Spurs gave Greg the nod for an extra 5 years today.
They
Uh,
gave Gregg Popovich 5 year, 80 million.
yeah.
That's four
Was
more
it?
million. That's 4 more million than what Money Williams got from when he got signed to Detroit. So Gregg Popovich is the highest paid coach right now.
Mm.
80 million, 5 years. I don't know if he gonna make it to 5 years though, but you never know. I'm not giving Gregg Popovich 5 years though, but I think out of 5 years I get Gregg Popovich at least 3 years.
Is that so? Is that a championship investment?
Shit. And that's what it looked like to me, and that's what I thought about when Monty Williams got that 76.2 million with Detroit. So that I mean they better do some they may so you making that much investment in the coach. I mean he about to get them motherfuckers to the playoffs in the first season, or if not the first season, the second season. Got to.
Yeah, I got to see this Detroit Pistons situation going out, man. I ain't never seen that amount of money on. I thought it was a player. I was like, what the?
Well, that's what we thought was a player, but we found it was two. A coach? What? we found it like what? The coach? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's good for the black coaches too, that they get that bag too, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, give it
Because
up.
black coaches ain't never because you ain't never heard this is the first time in the history of the NBA that a black coach or got that much money,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, give it up for I guess the first top 10 draft picks. They all have black sports agents.
So I'm glad that Money Williams. I'm glad that brother got the bag, man.
Yeah,
I feel like he deserved it. I mean, he did a good job with the Suns, but
he
I
put his
mean,
time in.
you get into it. I mean,
Put his time in. Yeah.
shit.
Improved his record. He got a resume. Shit, respectable.
Yeah, it's respectable, man. So I mean, then watch out for the Suns, y'all, because they got Bradley Beal over there. They had some little pieces over there. So we gonna see what the Suns is made of. They're gonna see what kind of noise they're gonna make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When the season start. So yeah, man. I don't know what the Bulls. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Bulls are gonna do.
I'm here in Chicago. Don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago all day. Like I said, I don't know what the Bulls are gonna do. All I know is that Zach Levine working out by himself, him, DeMar DeRozan, and the rest of the team is out training with DeMar DeRozan, and Zach should be right there by his side, training along with him. I don't know why he's training by himself. That's why I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got spoiled with Jordan and Derrick Rose.
Well, like I said, Grizzlies picked up D Rose. That was a good pickup for him. He would he would help John Morant stay in line for us. You know what I'm saying? Situations off the court. You know what I'm saying?
I
They
guess.
give him a, you know what I'm saying? They give him a, you know what I'm saying? They give him a, you know what I'm saying? You know, to help him make better decisions off the court. You know,
Yeah, Derrick Rose is older, but
he's older, but
John
I
Morant's
mean,
bank account is much bigger than Derrick Rose's bank account.
Derrick Rose is from Chicago, bro. Yeah, he had brothers that was folks. He was folks himself, man. D Rose ain't about that life. No, I mean, he wasn't about that, man. You know, over the years he got mature. You know what I'm saying? D Rose, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know.
Yeah, I think didn't he go to college down there
He went to college. He did 1 year in college. Then he went to the NBA. Then
in Memphis
yeah,
State, right? In Memphis, didn't he?
yeah, yeah.
So he got peeps down there.
Yeah, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he helped keep John in line, man. So he'd be a good locker room presence too. That's another reason why they got D Rose.
Yeah, that's what
You
they
know
were
what I'm
missing
saying?
with no comedy in the locker room.
Yeah, man. So the Grizzlies gonna be all right. Like I said, I don't expect the Grizzlies to make too much noise. They're gonna make. I don't know what they're gonna do. So I don't expect them to make too much noise though.
We'll see.
So what you think about Houston? What you think about the Houston team?
I don't know. It's not the same Rockets.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not the same. Houston not the same team. So we don't know what the Houston gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're gonna do. All I heard was that James Harden trying to get back over there in Houston. I don't know for what. I don't know.
See, he probably had a hookup down there.
Man, he be at the clubs all the time. That's what he be at the clubs all the time. We always know the story on James Harden. The people at the club knows him. He's a regular at that club when he was in Houston.
That's where he got all that big money.
Yeah, ain't no telling.
He was broke when he was in fucking Oklahoma. I mean, not broke, but shit, he went balling like that.
Yeah.
Shit, when he got down to Houston, boy, he was like damn near Jesus Christ. As far as sports teams, period, like there was no other athlete in the Houston area that was bigger than fucking James fucking Harden when he first got
No, there's no question. Well, like I said, the last big players. I mean, recent player in the 2000s. We already know about Elijah and all them and Kenny Smith and them. But Steve Francis was the big name point guard that was playing for Houston before James Harden came along. The last point guard that was before James Harden came along.
yeah, people that don't even watch sports know about Harden. That beard alone, that's become a fucking market overseas. Man, he's everything.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm saying all. Yeah, okay. Like I was saying, Charlotte, Indiana, Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna make the playoffs? I don't know. Minnesota, that might do something. I don't know what they. Any man Pacers that got a little squad over there, they might try to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte's gonna be question. Charlotte is a question mark right now. Because no, I know nobody believes in Charlotte right now. I mean, we believe in Lamelo, but the people who get that's rhythm, we don't know. But you know, say, but I believe that if Lamelo Ball gonna play, I believe he's gonna give us a full season. So I'm expecting that they gonna at least make it to the playoffs. You know, what I'm saying I would say the play in, but you know, what I'm saying hopefully that it won't be they can get over that hump. But we already know that as the season, it's gonna be a lot of teams that gonna make some trades at the deadline. So they don't tell them who's gonna go where. What some adjustments are made during that time frame.
Yeah, I think somewhere between the Wizards and the Sixers will determine. I don't think the Nets have enough time to recover from their debacle.
The Sixers that'd be okay. I just think James Harden needs to go, man. I think Tyreese Maxey need to be the leader of the team. And well, if they, I don't know. I mean, if they could get somebody else for James Harden, that'd be great. But I don't know. See, like I said, man, they try to throw Tyreese Maxey under the bus, man. I mean, he was actually when James Harden was hurt. Tyrese Maxey was a vocal part of the offense, was getting baskets, but he was still getting his teammates involved too. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think I don't know if anybody else on the panel or anybody in the chat agree with me, but I believe that the Sixers would be a lot better without James Harden and just let Tyrese Maxey, you know what I'm saying, do his thing and get you know what I'm saying and get somebody that's at least halfway decent in his place of James Harden.
Yeah, you're gonna need Harden on your current Sixer roster now. Like now, what you have now on your roster, you can be in the same position without Harden on
Yeah.
you. So I'm a Maxi fan.
Yeah, Maxey got game, man. Like I said, I think the Sixers could have won that playoff series last year if Tyrese Maxey was a vocal part of the offense. I mean, because you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. That's what I said because I do, man.
I was like, man, who is this motherfucker? He looked like a little kid out there, but he was straight fucking balling.
Man, that dude was getting baskets, bro. That nigga was dunking. That nigga get up there and dunk on your ass too. I said, damn, this dude, I didn't even know he had it. I said, oh, okay. I said, okay. Shit.
He just said, fuck it. He got the foul and the basket. It was like, damn, this motherfucker here.
So I think the Sixers will be okay, man. I don't know. Hopefully, you know, they get some more pieces. I don't know where Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris gonna. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of rebuild. Probably. Like I said, Jordan Embiid. I don't know. He gonna be in the Sixers. They're gonna try to keep him as long as possible. If he can't get over that hump, man, he gonna be gone. Let's see, Jordan Embiid gonna go to another team. Who's gonna pick him up? I don't know if that was to happen.
I don't know if they're gonna trade the league MVP.
But if Embiid leave, that's cool because that's a rebuild. If they're going to rebuild, they can bring some players in around Maxey because he, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Maxi's gonna be cool.
So you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure out what the teams is. Well, yeah, watch out for you know what I'm saying, the Vancouver.
So are the Cavaliers gonna sneak back into the playoffs once again?
Oh man, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. I was thinking about the Cavaliers. Watch out for the Cavaliers, man. You can't count them guys out. You can't count them out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So watch out for them Cavaliers, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on. Well, we not only them. Don't sleep on New York, man. I don't know. Yeah, New York Knicks over there, man. They
Yeah,
got
I've
Brunson.
been
They
watching.
don't sleep on them guys, man. They made it to the second round, man. Don't sleep on them guys, man. No,
I've
you
been
know what I'm
watching
saying?
RJ Barrett highlights now. I've been trying to catch up on the season. I've been watching replays last few days. RJ
Yeah,
Barrett, yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know some of the fans was trying to get rid of Julius Randle, hoping that Randle was a go. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody else over there.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
man, watch out for the Knicks, man. It's gonna be a tough season, man. It ain't gonna be easy for nobody, man. Ain't gonna be easy for no team, though. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
But
bullshit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of motherfuckers gonna have to be on that shit at the start of the regular season. They're gonna have to
Get that
be
new,
ready to go. You
yeah,
know what I
that
mean?
format going. Yeah.
Salute, 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 flight, salute, chat. What's going on with y'all, man?
What's up, what's up, Reggie, bro? What's going on with you?
It's your boy Chance, man.
What's up, Chance? What's good with it?
Chad.
What you think about all this summer tournament that might count towards the regular season games? There's a force teams to come in and play harder at the beginning of the season. Cause I don't think nobody it ain't gonna be no. It's a toss up for everybody. It ain't gonna be no gimmies.
Where does load management fit in there?
Ain't no so. I mean, load management started a bit. Well, like I said, that started a bit. Popovich and them, man. Michael Jordan them didn't believe in load management, and them guys. You know what I'm saying? Never believed in that. You know. So I'm saying, man, you gotta be available for those games. You gotta be available as many games that you can play. You know. I mean, people want to say load management. I mean, well, if that's the case, you should shorten the season, right? But come on, man.
Yeah,
You tell
that's
you
what you
tell.
signed up for. You signed up for that.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Did he sign up for 40 games or 50 games, or did he sign up for 82 games? What did he sign up for?
Yeah, that's true. See, a lot of people that know this though, not just Kobe Bryant played injured, but there's a lot of people that know that Michael Jordan, well, he played injury. He played on injuries a lot of games.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't know that when
it was
Michael
more
Jordan
than
was
just
playing,
a flu game.
he,
Yeah, more than that.
and not just the flu game, but even before that, it's some injuries that he had that
Yeah,
he played on.
yeah.
He played on the injured toe. That he
That,
should have been that should have set him that should have had him out, but he was playing on the injured toe.
that was
Michael Jordan was.
that whole game. I knew it during the game, like
Right.
live when it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Something wrong with his feet, but I didn't
Right.
know it was that though. I thought it was gonna be his ankle. He had time to break him in.
Oh, bro, that was a toe, bro. That was an injured that was a toe. That was his toe, bro. Like,
Because when he was sitting down, boy, he squints. He was like, "Damn, something killing his ass." But everybody was cheering though.
yeah, bro, that's fucked up. When the man is killing you on a bad toe, shit, that's a bad motherfucker, bro. They talk about his toe hurting. This man planned on it, but this dude, he insisted to play on it too. Like, damn, bro, that lets you know, bro, that he ain't fucking around, bro. He take this shit seriously.
He said he ain't fucking around. Yeah, that was his mentality. Every game, like game one, his first shot usually was, if it wasn't a dunk, you thought it was gonna be a dunk. Now I'm telling you, from 91 to 98, I seen every first game of the Bulls live as it was happening.
Oh
Not
yeah, and you was at the games. Well, I wish I could have been at the
no,
games.
no, 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 not at the game, but I'm saying I
Oh,
see the broadcast of each of their first
oh yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah.
and off the tip, the opening tip. As soon as he got the ball, I either thought it was gonna be a dunk or he either dunked it. One of the two.
I grew up playing basketball, man. Like I said, I've been to one of Michael Jordan's basketball games, though. I said, man, but to see it in person, this dude do some amazing stuff in the air. You got to see it in person to really believe it, though. Like, I like, shit, this motherfucker is something special.
He couldn't wait to score.
Shit, straight up.
There was no takeoff. Yeah, it was no taking games off. He took quarters off after finishing you. That's when he took off. After his job was done. After you blowing you out by 30 points in the third quarter.
Yep.
That's the only time you really seen him like chilling or cracking jokes. Most of the time, like
Yeah.
about business. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This season, man. This season, man. Like I said, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be interesting, man. These rookies, he got money based out there. He plays some decent games. Like I said, School, we gonna be decent. Like I said, like he gonna be decent. Like I said, well, one of these rookie teams, I think one of these rookies going to the playoffs, though. That's all I said. I'm gonna say one of these rookies that just came into leadership is going to the playoffs. I don't see is going to the playoffs. And you know what I'm saying? I might, it might be crazy as I say this, but I got my money on San Antonio that might go to the playoffs. With if Wembanyama could come out and play good, you know what I'm saying, during the season, I got them going to the playoffs. But I'm gonna make my assessment in the middle of the season, though.
So with the 5-year, 80 million extension and him making the nod to say, "Hey, take him out. We've seen enough." Is Gregg Popovich setting himself up to put a ring on Wemby's finger before he leaves in 5 years?
Is he trying to set up another dynasty like he did when he had Tim Duncan,
Yeah,
Kawhi, and all them, Ginobili, and all them guys? Maybe it's a good possibility, but
the blueprint.
yeah. So he got 5 years to try to get a title, within the 5 year span. That's a good possibility. Get paid 80 million.
Yeah.
Shit. So yeah.
Another international player being catapulted to NBA champion. You got
Well,
Joker.
he's French, so Williamson is French, so
Yeah.
because Tony Parker was French, so yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm saying Joker. No, I'm talking about championships. So we got
Well,
Joker.
yeah, Joker. Yeah, he's one of the first international players that got a title that actually won a championship. Since Dirk Nowitzki, he's the second. He's the second player since
Giannis.
international. You want to count Giannis? Yeah, well, he's the third. Well, okay, yeah, you're right. He's the third player since okay, on to win the championship. So yeah. That's good. That's good, man. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying. Now, remember Yana, can he get to the playoffs in the first season? I don't know. Just depends how you do. But I guarantee you, if they don't make it to the playoffs this season with them, they're gonna. I damn sure got them to make it to the second season. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see him on the perimeter, preferably outside the three, in game, and take a motherfucker to the rack
Inside, outside threat. I want to see that
with
too.
the
Yeah,
foul,
yeah,
with the foul, with the foul. I
yeah.
gotta see it. I gotta see it to give him the either he gonna be all right or I mean just one play. Just give me just early in the season. Just get it over with. Everybody's gonna be waiting. I know I'm gonna be waiting on it.
Like I said, remember Yana is a good shot blocker. So like I said, I got
Oh
remember
yeah,
Yana. Yeah, he's a good shot blocker. So I got him to block a lot of shots. So
that caught me off surprise. I mean, he wasn't just blocking them; he was like killing the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I said, man, watch out for Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know a lot of people got their money on Scoop. Some people talking about Chad Hunger gonna be the rookie of the year. I don't see it though.
Nice rookie battle though. I haven't seen this since.
It's gonna be a battle though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what this. I'm gonna see what
rookie battle.
I'm gonna see what Brad Miller gonna do. See if he come to his own. You know what I'm saying? In the season. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might be coming off the bench, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying?
He might not come off the bench though.
Well, like I said, the only reason I say he's coming off the bench, because you already know that Lamelo's your starting point guard. You got
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if he does, I think it
you got what's his name? I don't know. You got Tyreese Rozier gonna be the shooting guard. You already know that. You already know since going here we got the big contract. He's gonna be your small forward with that big contract. He's not coming off the bench, so he gonna be your starting forward. You know, Miles Bridges coming back. He gonna be suspended for the first 11 games after that suspension. He's gonna be starting. I said Brad Miller might start the first 11 games due to the fact that Miles Bridges is suspended for those first 11 games. So due to the off the court issues he had last year. So he's gonna come back and be a starting power forward. Then your center gonna be Mark Williams. So that's gonna be the lineup once once the suspensions is after all that is done over with.
Yeah, that's better for him.
So Brad Miller will have a chance to start the first 11 games of the season.
Yeah.
Before he come off the bench for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he's still in good contention.
Yeah, basically he got to take Gordon Hayward's spot.
Well, you ain't gonna take Gordon Hayward's spot until Gordon Hayward's contract expired next year. So ain't nobody about to pick up for him. We already know that already. So when Gordon Hayward's contract expired next year, then we don't got to worry about that no more. Once that happens.
Or if he plays that good, just depends.
I mean,
he got a chance to take his spot on the court.
I don't think it's a closed window at all. I don't think it's like a definite. There's no way he's starting with Gordon Hayward on the roster. I think he could earn that spot, but
Gordon Hayward still got a big contract. That's the only reason I say he's not going to start.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I think I've seen that before, where a guy with the big contract still got benched for a young player who's on a rookie deal.
Nah, bro, you ain't gonna get that. If you got, you ain't gonna get that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Charlotte's kind of different, man, because you got that white dude with a big contract. You know what I'm saying? Plus, there ain't too many white players over there in Charlotte, so you got to think about that too. So you want to get something for the fans to cheer for. At least one white dude, it's like a Larry Bird to them people over there. So you know what I'm saying? You got to think about that too.
$50 million contract, and Lamelo took his spot.
So he's not going to Dak Prescott over Romo. He's not going to pull one of those.
I mean, you could, but they're not gonna do it though. Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real, man. Come on, man. Let's be real, man.
Y'all tripping now. Y'all tripping.
Let's be real, bro. That's not happening, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, hold on. LaMelo did it to Devontae Graham.
He did actually.
But that's different though, because LaMelo. But that was different though, because LaMelo came in projected as a high. You know what I mean, as a starter anyway. Like everybody already knew.
So nobody
spot though.
Well, Devontae Graham wasn't doing his job.
Devontae Graham got hurt.
Devontae Graham
got injured. When he came back, Lamelo was starting.
Yo, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm going to shut it down. Y'all can stay on after if y'all want.
Oh, we can stay on? Oh, okay.
Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Yo.